It's your world. You can do whatever you want with it.
It's all of our worlds. We have to
That was
share,
my
John.
that was my Bob Ross impression. Was it good?
Oh, you can just paint a happy little tree.
In your happy little world, you can paint it however you want it.
Ooh, nice blue sky. Who doesn't like a nice blue sky?
Everybody likes a nice blue sky. Drake, what's up? Love you boys. Can't wait to talk Porzingis. Richard, how's it going? Letting everybody filter in here. Oh man, big week of basketball stuff for the offseason. I mean, it was the draft, so that's always lots of good stuff to chat about today. Says Carrie, I know it. I'm happy for it. Hey, y'all know the drill. Like the video. Every 25 likes on the video, we're gonna do a gift card for NBA swag to Daps Sports. Cuba Red. Yo. Yvette, how do you say that name?
Yvette?
Yvette?
Yeah, Yvette.
Hola. Mike's here. Tim's here. What's up? Kev's here. Kev Gons. I like that. Just, abbreviate all of it.
Gonzo.
Hey, y'all. Just a heads up, you guys know the drill. Every 25 likes on the video is a $25 gift card giveaway. We're giving them away on our private community, playback.tv/triplecross. There's a link in the description. So you can watch the show there. The show is going on there. So like the video, hit the like button so that we get likes on the video. There's 25 people watching now. So we could literally get a gift card owed right now. We're not going to do it right now, but we could get
Boom, and you like the video, and you like the video, and you like the video.
You'll get a gift card. Like the video. Join us on our private community, playback.tv/triplecross. Hey, this is a podcast show. This is an official show, Casey. So I gotta do this guy. Where we at?
It's show official.
We gotta do our we don't have it now. We don't have our intro. That's all right. It's a cold open. Is that what you call that when there's no intro? A cold open?
I got this. This video is brought to you by the Belly Up Sports Network. So that's pretty much
sound
it.
Just like him.
It's pretty much how it goes, verbatim.
That's pretty much how he has him. Yeah. So Belly Up podcast, Belly Up Network. They do other podcasts. They're cool. Also, this is Triple Cross. Yes, Daniel, making fun of my English. It's the podcast.
Welcome to the showcast, everybody.
Welcome to the showcast. Triple Cross Live. It's gonna be it's a combo. It's a super show today. We're gonna talk some NBA. We're gonna talk some NFL after we talk some NBA.
If you are a fan of both, then this is your dream come true.
This is your day.
This is what you've been waiting for.
Oh, I'm supposed to keep it clean for 15. Dang it, John. Ooh. Be better, John. Okay, so like the video. Join us on our private community at playback.tv/triplecross. We're giving away gift cards.
The stream's up there on that platform, by the way. So you don't miss out on it there.
I say the same stuff. If everyone's like, yeah, you said this already. Yeah, I say the same stuff over and over at the beginning, guys. It's a live show. People come in at their own pace. I think you get it. They get it. Amber, yes, like the video. Betty, 1953. Cool. Is that when you were born? 1953.
What up? John's always fascinated with
70.
With the numbers at people's.
It's Betty Allen, and then she chatted in Betty 1953. So before she chats back from the rest of the chat, what do you guys think this means? Help me decode this. Going full national treasure on this. Is that the right movie where they're decoding the?
I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence.
We're going to steal the Declaration of Independence. That's how Nicolas Cage acts. We're going to steal the Declaration of Independence.
And then his head turns into a skull that's on fire.
Yeah.
Wait, different movie.
I don't know if he acts really. He just kind of is.
Yeah. That's Nick Cage, baby.
Casey.
John.
Top of the episode. Got to give it to your boys, the Dubs, the GSW, Golden State Dubs. The Wicked Witch is dead. Jordan Poole is gone. Jordan Poole to the Wizards in exchange for CP3, A1, Chris Paul. Is there anything else in that trade? I think it was just straight across, right?
No, I think there was something else involved with it. Where do I have
the? It's like a pick. There's like some pick swaps or some second round.
And don't forget Ryan Rollins, bro.
Oh yeah, that's true. Ryan Rollins. So that's great for.
Yeah. So Warriors receive Chris Paul. Wizards receive Jordan Poole, Ryan Rollins. protected 2030 first round pick and a 2027
Yes.
second round pick.
2030 protected FRP, 2027 second round pick.
The FERP.
Okay, Casey, the Wicked Witch is gone. You wanted Jordan Poole out. You're the Warriors fan. Anyone else who's a Warriors fan here, let's hear it. What do y'all think? Give the Warriors a trade grade on this one. What do you got, Casey? Trade grade for the Warriors.
Is there a grade above A?
A plus.
Then that one. Then that
A plus.
one. That's what 100%. They get here.
Why?
I love it. Honestly, before we went live here, I was like, oh, we got to talk about the CP3 trade. And weirdly, this had not crossed my. I mean, I didn't have this loaded up as a story. I was referring to the trade from last week. I'm outing myself a little bit that I didn't know. But I mean, hey, it happened yesterday. A lot of things happened. So I was like, we got to talk about CP3 going to the Wizards. Turns out we don't have to talk about that at all. He's going to the Warriors instead in exchange for Jordan Poole and some other stuff. And I couldn't be happier about it, honestly. Jordan Poole just left kind of a bad taste in my mouth a little bit. And CP3 is the right kind of replacement, I think. I think that what has been some heartburn for Dubs fans is watching Steph be Steph, do some incredible stuff. Half the time, Clay is Clay. And it just seems like there's, especially from Poole, there's just some young, dumb stuff going on. And maybe not always, but in big moments, that's what resonates with me. And I don't think Chris Paul is going to be dumb. So I like this trade.
Yeah, Chris Paul's not dumb, so he does have that going for him. So we got some trades. We got some grades in from the chat. Lots of people saying buy Poole. Kev gives the Warriors Kev Gons. I like that. I like the whole thing. I'm not going to call you Kev. You're Kev Gons. Kev Gons gives him a B. Betty says Poole didn't fit in. Tim gives him a C. Tim, say more, because C is a low grade. That's a low grade. Like, were you high on Jordan Poole? Mike gives him a B. Felix says it's I see what you did there, Felix. He said it's a GSWIN. It's a GS win.
Felix belongs here. He knows what we're about.
He knows you like the wordplay. Yeah, Abby says I'm not really even sure what they're going to do with CP3. CP3.
Oh no.
Daniel says could have done better. CP3 is how old now? Poole dumps in big moments. I get it. Basically, yeah. Timothy, you said more, but it was just LOL. Why is it a C? Daniel says C plus.
The biggest critique I hear of Steph's game is that he's a point guard, but like he works better off the ball. You know, like how can he be a point guard if he's better off ball? And you know what? Adding a guy like Chris Paul makes it much better for him to be off the ball now. Much better situation. You know, you have somebody else you can trust with the rock. I never trusted Jordan Poole. Are you kidding me? Yeah. I trust CP3 with my life.
With my life. Wow. Now that he's a Warrior, Casey is in on CP3. So Tim did say more. He is an always injured 39-year-old. Yes, that is true. He is. Kev, giveaway time. Is there 25 likes on the video? I'm guessing there is. Otherwise, Kevin wouldn't be giveaway. He's reminded us twice now. Felix makes a great time. Felix makes a great point.
Felix does make a great time. He makes for a great time. He's a hoot.
Aside from making a great time, Felix makes a great point. They could. I mean, Steph's commercial game, CP3's commercial game, very good. And maybe that's just State Farm. State Farm is just better at commercials. I don't know, but yeah, CP3. At least he always gets his teammates involved in the State Farm commercials, so that'll be fun.
I'm gonna go rogue here. We are at 25 likes, by the way, and I'm making up my own rules at this point, John. If you want to get entered in to win our first gift card, here's what you got to do. I just made up these rules on the fly. First of all, you got to be over on PlayBack. That's essential.
Yep, PlayBack only for the gift card.
I'm only adding in those people. And I'm not going to look through the people on PlayBack either. You need to go over there. There's a link in the description to jump over there if you haven't already made an account. If you have made an account, you know the drill already. But I want you to go over there, and I want you to type the message CP3. And if I don't see that you have typed CP3 and sent it in a chat message on PlayBack, you're not getting on the wheel for the first wheel spin for the first gift card giveaway. So them's the rules.
I want to not forget the PlayBack chat here. Yep, there's a bunch of them coming through. CP3. Nobody really giving their opinions on that in terms of the CP3 trade. Can we talk about Bruce Brown not taking the player option deal? Yeah. In due time, Jamie. There's a lot of big stuff that happened this week. You want to talk about Bruce Brown when the draft just happened and CP3 and Porzingis and Marcus Smart all just got traded?
Everybody and the mama.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, I'm a Denver fan. That's what I want to talk about. No, my trade grade here for the Warriors is a B. I don't think Chris Paul is a great asset. I think the main thing they did was get rid of Jordan Poole, right? Like, so if
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win. If a trade was completely executed just to get rid of a player, I can't give him an A+ on that. Like, they didn't get a good asset for that player, especially not for their scheme. But I don't know. Chris Paul could definitely surprise us, I suppose. He did very little last year, but typically the Chris Paul effect is like, if you're not a playoff team, he'll make you a playoff team. If you're like a playoff team who's trying to be a contender, that's where he's always struggled. He's never put a contender over the top into like true title contention.
Let me ask you this, John.
All the way back to the Lob City Clippers.
Which team do you think he had a better supporting cast? Last year's Suns or what we know about next year's Warriors?
Last year's Suns, if I'm being honest. But last year's Suns, he didn't really play with. They didn't all play healthy together very much. So,
fair.
Which could also happen with the Warriors. Clay's a little injured.
Almost definitely will to some degree.
Yep. No, I mean, really, all they did here is get rid of Jordan Poole. I can't give it to team an A+ just for getting rid of an asset. They get an A+ for getting rid of an asset they didn't want and really getting an asset they really wanted. I don't think they really wanted Chris Paul. I think they're like, oh yeah, Chris Paul's serviceable. We can play him. And we get rid of Jordan Poole. I agree, he didn't fit. That's why they get a B. B is a good grade. B's not a bad grade. B doesn't stand for bad. Wizards trade grade from you.
This makes more sense now. I reported on our daily triple clips, whether it's on audio podcast apps or on YouTube. You can check out the daily triple. It's something I've been doing quite a bit of lately. This makes more sense now that CP3 got moved again, because him going to the Wizards, a team that's just not all that great, especially them giving up the future that they had in Bradley Beal and stuff, like, it didn't make a lot of sense to me. Now that they've flipped him, yeah, I like the trade for them too. I think this is pretty good for both sides. Jordan Poole, again, if he figures it out, he could become a good player for them. They already had Bradley Beal not making the difference for him, so why not have Jordan Poole not make a difference for him instead and pick up some picks along the way? Great job.
Yeah. All right. So on the playback side, Kev Gons gives the Wizards a D. Abby said the Wizards are just cleaning house. On YouTube, we got C+ from Dan. Yeah, I actually think I give the Wizards a good grade on this one just because of their whole strategy. Maybe not like an A+, maybe like an A-, something like that. But just so let me read this off. For Beal and Porzingis, all said and done so far, here is the Wizards' entire haul. Jordan Poole, Tyus Jones, Landry Shamet, Ryan Rollins, Danilo Gallinari, Mike Muscala, 2023 pick 35, 2024 pick swap with Phoenix, 2024 Phoenix second round pick, 2025 Phoenix second round pick, 2026 pick swap with Phoenix, 2026 second round pick from Phoenix, 2027 second round pick from Phoenix, 2027 Golden State second round pick, 2028 pick swap with Phoenix, 2028 Phoenix second round pick, 2030 protected Golden State first round pick, 2030 pick swap with Phoenix, 2030 Phoenix second round pick. It's a pretty big haul. Like, there's just lots of shots on goal there in terms of both young players and picks. Plus that protected first round from Golden State could be huge, because by 2030, there's a good chance Golden State could have a pretty high first round pick. Unless we think Steph's going to be still lighting it up when he's like 43, 44 years old, and they're still going to be a playoff team.
Bro, so, Gonzo, did you think that every single time you put CP3 into the playback chat, I was going to add you to the wheel? Because that's not how that works. And you just made it way more difficult for me to find all the actual CP3s now. So.
Kevin Gons, stop putting CP3 in there.
Cut it out, bro.
CP3 in there one time.
This guy's trying to wreck the wheel, everybody.
In case you're wondering if you're on, like a bunch of people are putting CP3 into the YouTube chat. Here's the deal. We are doing a $25 gift card giveaway. You have to put CP3 into the playback chat. So this show is also live on playback. You guys are all putting it into the YouTube chat, right? So I don't mean to put you on blast here, but I'm gonna, because it's already a public chat. Marvin, you put it in the YouTube chat. Betty, you put it in the YouTube chat. Ed, you put it Edilberto, you put it into the YouTube chat. Will, you put it into the YouTube chat. Go to playback.tv/triplecross. There's a link in the description. Log in there and put CP3 in the chat there. That's how you get entered in the $25 gift card giveaway right now. Poole, Tim says Poole has never been the same after he got punched in the face. You can see it always functional there with Draymond Green. Last year, Poole was great for them. Yeah, Poole, like that's why they gave him 128 million over 4 years. But that was, I mean, they got out of his contract. That's great. Good job, Warriors. You get a B. But that's it. That's probably the top story for today. Should we talk other trades? What other trades you guys want to talk about? I know a bunch of you said Smart moving, Porzingis to the Celtics. What do you want to talk about next? You guys into Porzingis? You into Smart? What are you into?
There's no way they're not. We have so many Celtics fans in our community.
That's true. Lots of Celtics.
I know they want to talk about. First of all, I reported on it the day before it happened, and I thought the trade was going to be with Brogdon, not Smart. I loved the move for them, too. I'm generally a fan of the Celtics, and I thought Porzingis was a great piece for them, working on the front court there with the right kind of guy they need for their scheme. Kind of a crowded backcourt anyway. I honestly thought moving on from Brogdon was what they were going to do, and I love the move. When it turned out it was Smart afterwards, it kind of broke my heart a little bit.
Like, yeah, I will. So Smart, like, as a player. He's like Mr. Boston. I'm honestly pretty shocked that they moved on from Smart. Yeah. But I mean, Celtics receive Kristaps Porzingis. Yeah, they received Kristaps, that guy. They also got pick 25 this year. They weren't going to have a first round pick, I don't think. And they also got next year's first round pick, like Golden State Warriors first round pick. I think via the Wizards. Yeah, one of them had GSW first round pick next year. So the Celtics got that. I mean, that's a haul for Marcus Smart. I get it, and you also get a serviceable front court player in Kristaps Porzingis. So yeah, sure. I mean, your perimeter defense is already good. You give up some defense with Kristaps, but the rest of their defense is good. So you gotta figure, I guess maybe they can just cover for it. What do you think about the Wizards here? So they got out of this. They got Tyus Jones, Gallinari, Mike Muscala, and 2023 pick number 35. I mean, it's a full rebuild.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and this is Porzingis. I guess I'm just a big enough fan of, especially like as long as he's healthy, that when you trade him away, I don't know that you're receiving the same amount of value back, even just piecing together all those pieces. But if it's a full rebuild, it's a full rebuild. You aren't going to do anything with Porzingis anyway, so whatever you net is good.
Yeah. So looking at playback chat here, we got Jojo Max says she's bummed to see Marcus Smart go. Amberly Tate loved Marcus Smart. Yeah, that's a thing. He's pretty beloved by the fans. Yeah. He was, like I said, he was kind of like Mr. Boston, but yeah, Jojo Mac, we're in mourning at my house. I mean, are you excited? So this is what I want to know from the Celtics fans. Jojo, Amberly, Allie S says that her son was pretty bummed. Are you excited for Porzingis, or is it more like I'm bummed to see Marcus Smart go? Because like I know a bunch of Suns fans who, when they did the Kevin Durant trade, it's like, oh, it's so sad to see Mikal Bridges go. We really liked him, but yeah, who gives a shit about that guy anymore? We got Kevin Durant now. Like if we're being honest. Dan says Celtics had the best trade. He wishes it was Brogdon, not Smart. I feel like saying, yeah, of course you wish it was Brogdon, not Smart. Like, yeah, you're just being greedy now. Like, yeah, could we get the same deal, but from Malcolm Brogdon? Like,
well, no. Okay, but I'll shoot him some bailout because that was the reported trade that was going to happen. It wasn't just like, yeah, I wish it was this guy instead. Like that was like they changed.
Well, yeah, it wasn't with the picks. It was like Brogdon for Porzingis, but I don't think they could make that work from because the three of them had to figure out how to make it work from a salary cap standpoint. I don't know.
I don't know if it was even that. I think they just had a chance to squeeze him because Porzingis had to accept his player option that night for the deal to work. So yeah, there was like a hard time limit on it. So I think they were just like, yeah, I mean, this is what it's going to take. So they got what they wanted out of it, I guess. I don't know. I guess they switched teams. They went from the Clippers to the Grizzlies to make it happen. So I don't know. I don't know if that holds up what I just said, but
this is an interesting. So we got a lot of people saying B+ for the Celtics, B for the Celtics from Tim. This is an interesting take that like now that like Felix crystallized this, I think I kind of agree with this. The Celtics aren't going to win a ring with Porzingis and without Smart. And I do think I kind of agree with that. I think they lost a big locker room presence, like a big kind of like they lost their vibe and their swag when they lose Smart. And like Porzingis, if Felix knows better than anyone as a Mavs fan, is that it's like Porzingis seems like he should be this great piece. And then it's like he's just a little disappointing, honestly.
I don't know that I disagree with that crystallization, as you say. But let's be honest with ourselves, and Boston fans are not going to be happy with me. But were they going to win a ring without, like, reverse that?
I think
were they going to win a ring with Smart and without Porzingis? I mean,
yes. So to answer your question, I think they had like they were a true contender.
The team they had last year.
I thought they were gonna win this year. Yes. Like that's who I picked to win. So no, yeah, for sure. I think they were a true contender. I think everyone's like, oh, like people just have a short memory. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh yeah, they lost the Heat. So did everyone else. Everyone but the Nuggets lost to the Heat, right? Like the Bucks lost to the Heat. Everybody lost to the Heat. So like, yeah, to say like, oh, Brown and Tatum, like they need to figure it out. Like these are guys who were in the finals last year and then in the Eastern Conference Finals this year. Like I don't think they needed to do much, really. Like I don't think they needed to make that move. I don't think they're gonna. I think they pushed themselves further from contention now. But hey, for the sake of all the Celtics fans in the Triple Cross community, I hope I eat my words. I hope Porzingis is the answer, but it's just he doesn't seem to fit into the Celtics culture and scheme, honestly. But
don't get me wrong, I'm not happy that Smart is out of town there, but I think it was smart to invest in the front court a little bit more, and I think they're still really good.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know how
they're going to be an
offensive.
They're going to be an offensive explosion compared to with this shift, I think.
Yeah, I know how you feel about the front court. Like I know how you feel about teams being small. But yeah, no, I mean, I like again for the sake of all the Celtics fans in our community, I hope I eat my words. But just who knows? Let's move on from this one though. So I do think Wizards, Tyus Jones. I think that Tyus Jones getting out of Memphis is going to be great for him. Playing behind Desmond Bane and John Morant is tough, and I actually think Tyus Jones is really good. Washington's a place where he can go and thrive and not have to worry about winning, which is a weird thing to say, but he can just go do him and be a good player there. So that'll be cool, I guess. We'll see if I'm right about Tyus Jones or not. Kev says Heat are going to make a trade this offseason. Heat have been looking at Dame. I know there's a lot of trade rumors around Dame and the Heat. Blazers just, I mean, maybe let's go to the draft. So we got Wemby going to the Spurs. Everybody knew that was going to happen. I don't think the Spurs are really going to rearrange after that. Brandon Miller to the Hornets. They're just deciding to stick with their backcourt. They didn't want Scoot. They're set on LaMelo Ball. That's their prerogative, I suppose. Makes sense. Yeah, they're paying Gordon Hayward a bunch of money. They need somebody who's actually going to produce there, I suppose. And then Scoot to Portland. How y'all feeling about Scoot to Portland? You guys think that is a signal that they're going to trade Dame and they're going to go with a Scoot and Anthony Simons backcourt, or are we going to try and move Simons, or what's going on here? Casey, what do you think?
Scoot. Okay. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I've ref on Ring Chasing. I have alluded to another franchise that I have on NBA 2K, and that is in the year 2032 at this point. And Scoot Henderson is I'm the Trailblazers in that franchise. Scoot Henderson is my franchise player at that point, and we're real good. So I'm very excited about him going to the Trailblazers, like I drafted him to in my franchise. So I believe that was just a sign of things to come, and Scoot Henderson's going to win them a ring in Portland. I have no doubt about that. And I hope that Dame is still around, because I think that would be absolutely awesome to see Henderson and Dame on the same court. I'm very excited about that one. Obviously, Wemby's the guy everybody wants to talk about for the most part, because he's a freak of nature. He's about 800 feet tall. But Scoot is the guy I'm happiest about here. I think that was a really cool landing spot for him, and I can't wait to see what he does. I have one other one later in the first round that I'm really excited about too, but I'll wait till we get there for that one.
Yeah, I mean, I have surprisingly little to say about Wemby. My thoughts on him are like they are on any lottery pick. Jury's always out, right? Everyone's sure until they're not sure, right? How sure were we all about Zion? And now this dude's starting to look a lot like Greg Oden, right? Yeah, my jury's out until it goes down. But if I have to guess I have to guess how good Wemby will be. Sorry, I was like about to start coughing, and that would not have been pleasant for you guys all to hear through my microphone.
You saved it.
If I have to guess how good Wemby will be, I'm going to say that Wemby's going to get exposed a lot. He's going to get pushed around a lot in the NBA. The dude's 7'4", and he's skinny, and he has an incredibly high center of gravity. He's going to get pushed around. Like, if he gets switched onto Steven Adams, he's going to get pushed around. But that's also what they said about Kevin Durant, is that he would get pushed around. And the fact is he doesn't get pushed around very much because he gets put on a wing. So we'll see. I don't know what San Antonio will do with him. But I think that his skills are incredible, right? And so I do think he will score. I think he'll do a lot of stuff that's really amazing. I think if he can stay healthy, he'll be a great player. Every now and then he'll get big boy balled. Right. He'll get, like Big Brother in the driveway basketball, where you're like, you ever play, I guess you didn't have a big brother, but like, it's like playing your dad in the driveway and just freaking backs you down and then just like puts it in. That's going to happen to Wemby a couple times for sure. When is the giveaway? Kev says, all right, here's the deal. I think we're waiting, but I'm ready to do it. It's $25 for every 25 likes. So if you haven't liked the video yet, make sure you like the video. I'm going to just get a quick like count. We're at 30 likes. So we got to get another 20 likes, which is definitely possible throughout the whole show. Another 20 likes to get another gift card giveaway. I'm ready to do it maybe in the next 5 minutes, but just so you all know, here's how you do it. You got to go to our private community. That's playback.tv/triplecross. There's a link down in the description. If you hit the description, go to playback.tv/triplecross. You can watch the show there. I'm going to try and keep an eye on that chat, as I know more and more people are rolling in there. And go in there and chat CP3. You got to put CP3. That's the keyword. And that's how you get entered into the giveaway. So like the video, then go over to Triple Cross. Looking in on that chat. I'm Your Passenger said Celtics trading Smart for a rental was a choice. Should have gone for Ayton. Not Ayton for sure. Ayton ain't him. Yeah, Abby says the Mavs fans know. Yeah, the Mavs fans know about Kristaps. He's just a little too disappointing.
Yeah, but they have a lot of other firepower on that squad. Not just like one other really good player or anything like that.
Well, then my question would be, what does Kristaps do then?
Well, he's just a great like secondary type of piece, I think. I mean, and he's the right position they actually need on the roster.
I don't know. I mean, they like to say they have no front court isn't entirely accurate, but
no front court, but they have injury issues. They have like reliability issues in that way, and I think even performance wise, like
helps fix that. And I mean, if he's not bringing offense to the table, then he's not bringing much.
He's for sure bringing offense. I think he's the best offensive front court guy they have now by quite a bit. I mean,
I wonder if he's actually like. I mean. Let me put it this way. I wonder if Kristaps Porzingis, you guys can hang me if you want, but I wonder if Kristaps Porzingis is that much better than Al Horford, to be honest.
Okay.
They could be the same thing.
Well, Al Horford,
they're kind of like these stretch big men. What's that?
Al Horford playing out of the retirement home.
Kristaps is 35, dude, and he's also injury prone. Like
whatever, bro. He's ageless.
I actually don't know if he's even younger. I don't know if he's actually younger than
Al Horford's over 35.
I don't know for sure. Maybe, but if he is, he's not that much over 35.
Get real. The 1 year, 2 years, 3 years makes a big difference at that age, man. All right, I got one more thing I want to touch on for sure. I'm just being a Kristaps truther. All right, the Celtics fans, listen, we're all hurting because of the Smart. I'm just trying to make it seem awesome because it is awesome. Go Celtics. But I got one here that I'm pretty excited about. Last thing I have from the draft, really. Number 29 pick out of Gonzaga. Kind of a guard forward guy. Definitely played more forward in college, but we'll see what he kind of becomes in the NBA. Julian Strawther, traded to Denver, drafted by the Pacers. That's always so weird to me that they do that in the NBA. I don't know why they don't straight pick, but that's outside of this whole conversation.
Why do it? Yeah.
Come on, guys. But Strawther he's the guy from Gonzaga that everybody had eyes on this most recent year. They're a good program. Now, for those who don't know, like John and I both grew up right around Gonzaga, so they have like a special place in our hearts, or at least mine. And it's about the only college program where I'm like fairly up on most of the time. So their superstar last year was Drew Timme, classic example of a guy who's great in college, not quite good enough for the NBA. He did get signed as a free agent.
Classic Christian Laettner type guy.
Yeah, not a bad comp. I like that
Tyler
one.
Hansbrough, yeah.
And Strother, I didn't necessarily think he was going to be like a can't miss prospect in the NBA. I still don't think that, but his landing spot is extremely intriguing to me. I mean, if you're going to go anywhere, why not go to the world champion team, you know? Traded to the Denver Nuggets. I am like salivating at the mouth thinking like Strother might be in there, like in a deep playoffs run. Like I wish he was on this team. I wish we would have seen him in the NBA finals because that would have been sick this last time. But that's not how the draft works.
There's enough Gonzaga players throughout the league now that, you know, we're just going to start seeing them deep. We saw him in the Western Conference Finals. We saw Rui there. So
that's true.
Yeah.
I think Strother is better than Rui, though.
I'm gonna let me correct myself because I was looking into this and it felt wrong when I said it. Porzingis is not 35.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, he's 27. So yeah, but still, I don't know if he's actually that.
And Al Horford is over.
I don't think. Let me put it this way: I don't know that Porzingis brings much more to the table for the Boston Celtics than Al Horford does. And it's just we'll see. Again, for the sake of our Celtics fans. I hope I put my foot in my mouth. We can move. Let's move on from this.
Al Horford is 37 years old, John.
Yeah. Yes, he is. Yeah. Any other draft picks y'all want to talk about? We can get into the giveaway, but any other draft picks after the giveaway that you guys want to talk about? I feel like the draft just went the way. Like, there's not anything to talk about. I did want to get
the Thompson twins.
Yeah, but that's what we knew was going on.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be Wemby. Cool. It officially happened.
Wemby, Miller, Scoot, and then the Thompson twins. Yeah. I did want to get, as a Jazz fan, I kind of wanted to get Grady Dick. I like his style of play. I like it. Like, I kind of like that kind of point guard distributor type guy, but I'm not mad. Taylor Hendricks was a good.
Are you going to tell the people what you told me before we started the show?
No.
Okay, now he's shy, everybody.
No. We would have had Rudy Gay. We would have had Rudy Gay and Grady Dick if we would have gotten Grady Dick. But besides that, I also wanted to get Grady Dick.
We would have had immature, if nothing else. Here,
we would have had Gay and Dick on the same team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cam Whitmore fell down hard in the order. Abby said, "Yeah, I know." Abby, how are you feeling about your trade for the number 10 pick, Felix? How you guys feeling?
Yeah, I was good news for those guys because in my franchise, which is clearly, a sign of things to come, Kason Wallace, Kason, I don't know how you pronounce his name. He was also an incredible superstar a few years into the future. So congrats to you guys. I mean, it's going to be a beautiful future there in Dallas. You can book it. Those are the two locks I have. Those are the two guys.
So, Imoni Bates, I'm your passenger, wants to talk about Imoni Bates. So you're a Cavs fan then? Generally, I don't necessarily want to talk about like second round picks. They're kind of flyers, but I don't know. Say your stuff. What do you like about him? Why do you like him? The draft was scripted, said Romy24. I think it was just obvious who was going to go in their spots. The top three are obviously. I think Charlotte should have taken Scoot. I don't think Brandon Miller was the right choice for them, but what do I know? I also think that Michael Jordan did sell the team. I don't think he's an owner anymore. So maybe Charlotte will be not so bad because he's just an awful owner. Abby said she was happy about the Mavs. I'm your passenger. You're just fascinated by Imoni Bates. Why? I'm generally not fascinated by second round picks. I don't know. That's just me though. Just me. If you guys are on YouTube and you're wondering, wait, who is talking about how they're fascinated by a second round pick? It's happening on Playback. And so let's do T minus 2 minutes. We're going to do a giveaway. $25 gift card giveaway in 2 minutes on playback.tv/triplecross. There's a link in our description. Go over to playback.tv/triplecross. Type in CP3. Casey's going to put you on a wheel. And on said wheel, we are going to do a giveaway.
If you haven't dropped CP3 into the Playback chat, you are not on the wheel. So do it now. You got 2 minutes, like John said. Then we're ripping this wheel spin. I know at least one of our regulars. Yeah. There is. He's in. I knew he wasn't gonna miss it. If you're watching the drama, of course the
maybe pull up
Romy.
the wheel. Maybe pull up
Okay,
the
yeah,
wheel.
not bad.
Yeah,
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Romy made it over. Yeah. So I'll say who I see in playback here. I'm your passenger. I see you, Romy. I see you, Abby. I see you, Tank G32. I see you, Mike. I see you, Adam. You're there. Deb, did you mean to request to be on stage? I'm guessing no. Deb's here. Jojo Mac 20. Ali S86 is here. Richard's here. Pretty Galriri is here. Kev Gon's here. P Dog here. Tom S here. Tom S, not Thomas. Tom S is here. And then I also see some visitors. So that's it. Playback.tv. Deb, you don't have to put it here. You put it over on Playback. Do you have Deb over there? Deb is on Playback. I saw her. She requested to be on the stage. Actually, that's a different Deb. No, that isn't. That's our normal Deb. That's the normal.
That's our Deb.
Justin, nice. He just said nice. Nice. Cool.
All right.
Glad you're here, Justin.
I think we got everybody. I was trying to keep track as they were coming in. So unless somebody else is at the bottom here, Felix, Deb, got you, Deb. Felix, you're already up here somewhere. You're on the wheel.
The Three Walketeers, which is a great name. The Three Walketeers. Just said, how are you guys? How are you, Casey?
I'm quite fine.
You good, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good, buddy.
Doing good? Good.
That was a weird voice you used, so I used it back.
Are you doing good?
It's a defense mechanism.
Yeah. Guys had to play back to win, said Adam. Yep. If you don't see your name on the wheel, then you're not entered to win this $25 gift card. That's all right. You don't have to. You can stay on YouTube if you want. Casey, we're at 34 likes. That means we're 16 likes away from a second gift card. Just a heads up.
Heck yeah.
Has it been 2 minutes yet? I'm excited. Who do you think's gonna? Who's your pick here? Who do you got? Who's your horse?
I'm gonna go with. Wait, do we have any Trailblazers fans?
Ooh, who's a Blazer fan here?
Anybody a Blazers
fan. Does that count?
Fan? I might like the Blazers are now got to be my second favorite team. I mean, as long as Dame's still there, especially like with that stack, that's unreal. So I like that a lot.
Yeah, Felix said more people on Playback than YouTube now. Yep, that's cool.
What's up? That's how we do it.
Romy says, Adam, use your burner accounts to get us to 50 likes. He said that on Playback. Yeah, who would even want to be a Blazers fan? My dad's a Blazers fan.
That's cool.
I don't know. He's not on the wheel, but he's a Blazers fan, so that's fun. He lives in Portland. So people who live in Portland would want to be Blazers fans. Also, people who like Dame would want to be Blazers fans. Or people who like Scoot. That's why you're a Blazer fan now. It's because you like Scoot.
I mean, I might be. I think I'm higher on Scoot than I am on Dame. I mean, I don't think he's better.
That's I was just about to ask, if they traded Dame, would you still be a Blazer fan?
For sure. I'm a Scoot fan, babe. Oh, and I didn't even mention not obviously the connection on my NBA 2K franchise. That's the first and foremost connection I have with Scoot. But he was mentored by Steph leading up to the draft, which is like, come on, do you know anything about me? Like, Steph's my guy. He's like, Steph, the next one.
You think Scoot is the next Steph, huh?
No, but like Steph didn't mentor anybody else. So
Steph's mentored a lot of people, but yeah.
In this draft?
I get you.
Out of this draft, though?
Probably. Yeah. Like a bunch of people who come to his elite
He wouldn't
camps.
do that. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that.
He like takes people under their wing.
No, not consulting me first. He wouldn't have done that.
Camps.
All right. I'm going to spin the wheel, John, because nobody has said anything. So for $25 at DAP Sports to get whatever swag you want on their site, good luck to all y'all. Here we go. And after this, we get to get to football. Hell yeah. And congratulations to
Adam.
Nicely done, sir. Nicely done.
Oh, I guess sorry, I spoiled it. I should have been watching on Playback. Adam, you won. Good job.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys. On Playback.
Adam, Romy, Adam. The Andrew.
Wait, no,
Adam.
You didn't spoil it. You didn't spoil it.
Yeah, that's true. Because Good call.
I love that though. No, hey, I bought it for a minute too. It took me a second.
In my head, I spoiled it.
Okay.
There you go, Adam with another win. Win number 27,000 for Adam.
Felix is grounded. Felix is put into a timeout. Can we have one of the mods put Felix in a timeout, please?
Yeah, put Felix in timeout.
Just kidding. Don't do that. Don't actually do that.
No, Felix is a good guy. Felix is
To
a
be a
good guy.
crossing guard, you got to be able to read my tone when I'm joking, when I'm serious. So
That's true. That's true. Are there 2 mods in here? Is Michael and Adam both crossing guards?
I think Romy is too.
Oh, we got through. Oh, Romy's a crossing guard as well. So
I think
him
so.
and Adam can't put each other in timeout.
I
That's
told him I
smart.
was going to make him one at some point, and I don't know if I did or not.
That's smart. Well, yeah. Well, way to call it
That's
out
smart.
live. So
Yeah. Oh, whatever.
that's Marcus. I don't know what other NBA stuff. Give me your general takeaway from the week. I feel like I wish more funny stuff was happening right now. Like just update on like not basketball parts of basketball. I guess MJ had a call with Brandon Miller. I thought MJ sold the team, but maybe he didn't. He had a call with Brandon Miller, and MJ has famously said before that he would never want to play with somebody who can't palm a basketball. He called Brandon Miller to make sure he could palm a basketball. Like, this is a kid who's 6'10" or something like that. Yeah, he can palm a basketball. You kidding me? Probably palm a basketball when he was 10 years old. Yeah, what else? That's it.
I'm not gonna lie to you, John. I mean, we were sharing this show with another sport, and
Yep.
I mean, it's not fair to you how much I want to just move. So I want to make sure I give you the floor for NBA. I don't have much more to add though, but I'm just trying to get to football.
So Jamie did say she wanted to talk about Bruce Brown, and he did not take his player extension option. This is common when you win a chip that like a key 6-man, a key piece type of person, or like when you have a really good season. I hate to compare the Jazz because they did not win a chip. But George Niang, when we were first in the West a couple years ago, was like a really key piece, really key 6-man, one of the best like spot up shooters in the league. Moved on, right? Like that person has an incredible like time. They do really well, and then they get a bag either from their team or they move on. Like Jordan Poole got the bag from his team. Anthony Simons got the bag from his team. But a lot of them, like Bruce Brown's a little older. He wants to test the free agent market. So, yeah, good on him. Go Bruce Brown. But it is a bummer. That is when you start to see those like edges falling off your team after they just won a championship. It's a little bit concerning. Betty said she was born in 1953. So
confirmation.
Mystery solved.
Thank you,
Mystery
Betty.
solved. That means are you 70? She's 70 this year, Betty. Betty, thank you for being here. 70 this year. Happy 70th year. Chris Middleton also declined, Abby said. I don't know what the context for that conversation is.
That's
but
just
yes,
you asked for more newsworthy.
That's true. But
noteworthy news.
Chris Middleton declined.
Wait, does newsworthy notes mean exactly the same thing as noteworthy news?
Newsworthy notes. Here are my notes that are newsworthy. Noteworthy news is like, here's the news that's noteworthy.
Okay.
So no, yeah, no, I don't think that's the same thing, really.
All right.
Just not just semantically. But yeah, I think we can move on. We're going to talk about some NBL stuff.
NBL, the National Basketball League.
Yeah, the National Basketball League. Yeah, that was right. Good job.
Thanks.
Want to talk about some NBL stuff?
I can spell a little bit sometimes.
You want to talk about some NFL stuff?
I do want to talk about some NFL stuff, John. Are we ready to do that portion here?
Let's do it. We are going to do more gift card giveaways, assuming we get to 50 likes on the YouTube video. If you already liked, you're already in playback. That's cool. Hang around. We're going to talk some NFL. We're going to talk quarterbacks. This one's like, it's relatable for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're a basketball person, it's okay.
Yeah, we're wading into the NFL content with the nice, easy stuff. Do we hit up our football list, John? I don't want to get too into it before we.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And as we see the numbers go up, feel free to interrupt me as I talk about this, how we're going to go through it. Let them know about the giveaway because you'll be watching that, I'm sure, closer than I will be while I'm explaining what we got here.
We got a game. It's not really a game. It's
not a game. We are doing our power rankings today.
You're like, it's at least the NFL, John. It's not a game. There are no games in the NFL. It's serious shit.
It's our V1 of the power rankings. We're not, this is not the end all be all, but this is how we're going to be doing it. So I grabbed a list from Rotoballer, I believe was the site. And that is what you see on the right side here. So let's see if I can get this looking a little bit better for everybody. Maybe this looks pretty good, actually, right? I don't know. Maybe we'll roll with that. That looks fine to me. So we have a list here on the right side. This is the order that they have on Rotoballer. They had like let's see, they ended it here with Kyle Trask at 32. They did what they thought were the 32 starters. But I added in some of these top second string guys because I think some of these positions are really up for grab too. So these are all the guys who are kind of in a position battle / projected to start for their teams. We're doing the top 40.
Let me summarize all of everything you just said. In the right column, there's 40 quarterbacks. They're all in the NFL.
We gonna rank them.
We're gonna rank them. We gonna rank them. If you're just coming in, I do see some people starting to filter in. If you're just coming in, we're doing $25 gift card for every 25 likes on the video. There it is in a little title thing. So if you haven't liked the video yet, like the video. $25 gift card every 25 likes. I think we're at 34 right now. We've already done one gift card, so get the video to 50 likes. We'll do another gift card. We're doing those on the private community, playback.tv/triplecross. Casey, how we gonna rank them?
We gonna rank them, John.
Are we gonna use any poll? We gonna rank them.
That's just too fun to say.
Polls? Yeah.
Well, we can use some polls. So maybe that's what we'll use this middle column for. So we're going to try to go through this quickly. We're not going to go long on this kind of stuff. We're going to keep the pace moving. We're going to
be short on it.
Going already. Basically, we're going to go. I forgot actually the way we were going to do it. I have a random number generator here. I'm not going to pull it up on the screen because we already have this up on the screen. But I have a random number generator that will give us numbers between 1 and 40. And whichever one of these guys we land on, we're going to bring him over to the left side and put him generally where we think he belongs in our ranking section here. If we are totally lost, we can put him in the hold for later pile and we'll circle back to him. Does that make sense? I do not like this spot here. Where
it makes sense. Chris says, let's go. I think there's only one way to say the words let's go. And that is, let's go. But not whispery. I did it whispery.
Yeah.
You want to do it loud?
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. Hey, keep liking the video, guys. It's at 44. So get it to 50. We're going to do another $25 gift card giveaway. All right, Casey, give us our first number.
All right. Random number generator says number 29.
Number 29. And feel free to weigh in on the chat, but we're going to go fast.
Okay. Oh, no, it wasn't.
Nope, that's 28. That's 28. Come on. Man. Yeah. 29. Desmond Ritter. Does belong at 29.
Maybe it was a divine sign.
Yeah. No, Brock Purdy does not belong at 28. He belongs at 1. No, Casey. Desmond Ritter, 29. Does he belong there?
Yeah, I have their, just so you guys all know, I have their team here, just in case you don't know where they belong. Anybody 1 through 32 is the projected starter according to Rotoballer. So basically we decide, does he belong there? Generally high or generally below? I think that the NFL is generally a little down on this guy.
Yeah.
So, but let's not get crazy. So I'm going to say he goes up like 1 or 2 spots from where they have him. Of course, we're going to wiggle stuff around. John, do you have anything you want to say about Desmond Ritter, where he should go?
I don't disagree with you that he's 1 or 2 spots up. I see some other people like Jordan Love. I think I'm a little hotter on him than Desmond Ritter. But yeah, I'm good with him at 27. What are you guys all feeling? Desmond Ritter, you gotta be quick. Gotta be quick in this chat. Yeah, I'm good. 27, 28, whatever you're feeling, Casey.
All right, I'm gonna toss him in at 27 here. We'll force him down if we have to.
Is he going to be their starting QB in the ATL?
He should, yeah. He should be their starter.
Right.
And, he's a sophomore quarterback. I actually like him a lot. I think he's one of the nice mix of like good quarterback and pretty mobile. Fits pretty well into a new mobile scheme. He has Bijan Robinson on his squad now, a new star running back, so that should help the transition. And he has great weapons like Kyle Pitts and Drake London. So I actually expect a pretty good season from this guy. He's 27 on our list right now.
Joey G, which is actually Jimmy G's burner, says he's at 27. So, Jimmy, yeah, we got you.
Boom, nailed it, bro.
27. All right, we got it right.
Back to our random number generator that I keep losing. 1 second, let me move it to a spot. I won't lose it.
Hey, 44. 50 likes on the video. We got 50. So we are going to do another $25 gift card. Yeah, sorry. Before you do the next one, Catherine, happy Friday.
Ew.
Catherine said happy Friday, y'all. Sorry. This is a very confusing podcast if you listen to it on audio.
It's okay.
So yeah, the way that the gift cards work is we do them every 25 likes on the video. So if you haven't liked the video yet, like it. We just hit another 25. So we just hit 50, which means we got to do another $25 gift card. We are going to do that in our private community on PlayBack. So that's playback.tv/triplecross. There is a link in the description of this video. Tap that link and type in the keyword QB. Do you want to send me the We didn't think that through.
It's going to be a new wheel. So if you want to handle the wheel for this one, that'd be great.
Oh, a new wheel. You want a new?
Well, yeah,
wheel.
because there's going to be a new code word.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So
See
everybody
who
type
actually
in
stuck
QB.
around. John, you're
QB,
watching that
gotta
one now.
type in QB. Yep.
And Gonzo, I swear, bro.
It's Kevin
One
Gons
time.
one time. Type in
Dude, I
QB
already
one
see
time.
you. You did it twice already. I'm going to kick you out of here, man.
All right, who's up next?
John's got to deal with it. So 36 was the next number. So that is Mitch Trubisky, fallen from grace, no longer the starter in Pittsburgh, at least not projected to be. Kenny Pickett is there. You can see him up here at 27. Basically put these second string guys in opposite order of their starters based off of how good their starter is. So Trubisky comes in at 36, according to Rotoballer. And I'm going to say that's pretty much where he belongs.
You don't think you don't think he deserves a starting job anywhere?
I do not. I think he's a high-end backup, but at least ability-wise. But I don't know that he's helping the starter prepare that much because he has never really been like a cerebral type or anything like that, or great work ethic necessarily. Not that I've heard. So I think he belongs about at 36. I'm pretty cool with that one. What do you say?
I'm gonna trust you. So Trubisky's actually maybe one of the lower dudes that I do know stuff about.
Sure.
Not seeing who's higher than this. Like, I kind of feel like there's probably some dudes up in like the 2015 zone. Yeah. Nah, yeah. Look, I'm good. I'm good with him at 36. We gotta move. This. We gotta move. Let's go.
We gotta go faster than this. So random number generator says next number is 24. We're moving to 24. This is the pace we need to stay at. CJ Stroud, number 2 pick in this year's draft. On this list, he's already right behind the number 1 pick, Bryce Young. I am going to say that
I think he's a little lower, but that's you think
he's lower than here?
Football man. I think he's a little lower, dude.
I think he belongs
above
Desmond Ridder.
I have a hard time putting him above Mac Jones, Brock Purdy, Kenny Pickett. I have a hard time putting him above all those guys.
I agree. I say we put him right above Desmond Ridder because that feels like he is above. And let's see if we need to split those two.
Then.
Yeah, okay, let's see if we need to split those two later. So remind me to erase the names of guys in the right-hand column. So, all right, next number from the random number generator, which I still keep losing. I don't know how. Number 6. Here we go. Up to the big guys, the big guns. Jalen Hurts coming out. Sir Jalen is going to be, this one's tough, but I actually think he might be a touch. I kind of want to drop him into the 7 spot. That just feels right. How about you, John?
See. Sorry, I was making a wheel, so let me see here.
Number 1,
Lamar Jackson.
The 3 Walketeers.
3 Walketeers is an Eagles fan. We've learned. Yeah. I don't know. He also said it's Kenny season.
Kenny season. Maybe
3 Walketeers is all over the place. 3 Walketeers. Also, tell us about your name. What is up with that? Mike says 5 for Jay Hurts.
Okay, I'm willing to meet you in the middle at 6, Mike. That's where he's going. Boom. We need to keep
moving. Do you think he's going to run above? All right, yeah.
Nope. We'll decide if he needs to wiggle later. That's the game. Yep. Random number generator. I wish you guys could see that, but I can't really make that happen right now. Number 22. You just got to trust me. Number 22 is Geno Smith. I think a lot of these guys, we just need to move quick. I think we just kind of need to bring them over roughly. I think Geno is generally, I'm going to put him 1 up above where they have him. Just because that feels right to me. How about you, John?
We did find out that the 3 Walketeers is a Texans fan. So yeah, that seems about right for Geno. For me, I do think he's above Tanny. So yeah, let's put him right there. Yep,
love it. Number 11 is next. Matt Stafford. This one could be kind of tumultuous. This whole section right here, by the way, very very volatile, guys. Stafford, good quarterback. Injury history. Didn't play the whole year last year.
Yeah.
I think that's going to define a lot of his career. Cooper Kupp really makes him look good. Pure ability wise, I think he's pretty solid, probably right outside the top 10. I'm not too mad at 11. I'm not too mad at 11.
All right. I'll ride with it. I was going to say higher. I think he's higher.
You want him to go 10? You think 9. He's a top 10 QB?
Pure ability wise, 9. I think we're going to end up because like there's certain guys that I think are like way higher. I actually think Kyler Murray's higher.
Ooh,
I think Brock Purdy is like quite a bit higher. But yeah, I got him at 9. But you do what you do.
I'll meet you in the middle.
You're the final decision maker. Okay.
We're going 10 with him. And next number is number 38. We're staying fast and furious here. This is how everybody does their power rankings. Taylor Heineke. All right. This is a guy I like. I like his attitude a ton. He's in ATL now, backing up Desmond Ridder. I think this is not necessarily a QB competition because Ritter is a sophomore in the league. They need to see what they have in him, so they will. But Heineke is a guy who's good enough to where you want to plug him in immediately if you see stuff you don't like in Ritter. So I think he's well below where he should be here. John,
I mean, okay, yeah, I wouldn't put him. I wouldn't put him above Jordan Love. I don't think.
Okay, well, that's assuming Jordan Love comes over here, but let's go ahead and assume that. Then let's drop him right at 30 because we already said maybe we're higher on Love. Then let's put him at 30 and we'll force the action there, I guess.
I definitely don't think he belongs down there with Darnold and Mariota.
Well, we'll see.
I think Darnold's probably a little higher though. Let me rephrase. I don't think he belongs down there with Marcus freaking Mariota.
We will see. We'll see. I actually think that the Heineke Love thing, that could be a poll, by the way. I think that one is, you mentioned it, and I think that's actually a pretty good poll.
All right. Let's set poll incoming.
If the Green Bay Packers already knew what they had in Love and Heineke was on that roster, I think that would be a hell of a competition between those two. So, all right, moving on to the next number, though. Got to stay
real quick playback side. Heineke or Love, put it in the chat. Heineke or Love. I can't do a poll in playback. I can only do it on YouTube. So put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Heineke or Love.
Heineke or Love. Next number is number 34. Have we done 34? No. Jacoby Brissett. I think he is too high here. Maybe by only one. Him or Mitch Trubisky is a real question to me. That's another tough one. John, do you have anything about the comparison of those two guys? Who's better?
I like Trubisky better, but I'm pretty sixes on the two of them. Yeah.
Let's put him right in below then. I'm cool with that. He's also on Washington, so he's going to look bad no matter what happens, probably. And he's a backup, so he's probably not going to play that much anyway. But I like where he landed here so far. So let's keep moving. We got one Heineke in playback. Love that. So
Heineke, we got one Heineke. We got two Loves. Two Loves, one Heineke.
Two Loves. Oh, yeah, we did. Okay.
Two Loves, one Heineke sounds like a sitcom.
Yeah.
You know?
It does. It really does. All right. Keeping this fast pace here. Number 5. We get to go back to the top here. Number 5 is Aaron Rodgers. This one's going to be interesting. So this was very contingent on this stuff. I think he's a top 10 QB.
Oh, yeah.
On NYJ, I think he'll look better than he did last season. Quite a bit better. I think they could be a really good team. I think he's better than Hurts still.
I think he's better than Herbie.
I think so, too. You want to go?
Okay. I can't put him any higher. I can't put him any higher than that, but I think he's better than Herbie. Yeah. I was going to go 4 with him.
Let's go 4. And if we need to wiggle, we can. So moving on, next random number is number 35. It's loving the 30s. We're going to get these guys down quick. Andy Dalton, the backup in Carolina to the number 1 overall pick, and Bryce Young. Andy Dalton I would put above Mitchell Trubisky. I don't know that I would put him above Tyler Heineke, though. So maybe split the difference for now, and we'll force some action later. How do you feel?
Dalton, I'm just generally low on Andy Dalton. I don't think
below these guys, though.
I actually, you know what? I think I'm higher on Mitch Trubisky than I am on Andy Dalton. Jacoby Brissett, I have very little opinion on. I get that. I get what you're saying. Like, I think a lot of people probably think Andy Dalton's like a serviceable starter. I don't, for whatever reason, I'm just not an Andy Dalton guy.
That's the thing is Trubisky still has a higher ceiling, but he is.
That's it. That's
worst. Right. He's well below serviceable. I'm going to drop him at 35. If you have a harsh opinion on the Dalton Trubisky debate, drop it into playback, and we'll see what we can do about it.
Yep.
Random number generator.
Update on our poll. We've got lots of Loves and not a lot of Heinekes in playback. We got 80% Jordan Love in the poll on YouTube. I'm gonna give you guys a couple more minutes to vote here, but it looks like Jordan Love is gonna take it over Heineke, which I like. I'm a Jordan Love guy.
I'm in on that. Plus, he's actually a starter. I just think Heineke is underrated, so I like where we'll probably end up with those guys. Next one up, Brock Purdy, baby. All right. We're going to stay fast-paced, but this one, I'm going to have quite a bit to say, naturally, being the Niners fan, man. First of all...
just put him wherever you think he should go.
Yeah. He's going to be better than any of the rookies, because what are you hoping a rookie is going to do better than what Brock Purdy did last year? I'll tell you
what I'll say about Brock Purdy here. You can put him wherever you want, but you don't get to say anything about it. Just put him where you think he should go.
We're going to
all right, chat.
See if he
respond
to
that.
In the top
Casey
50.
Thinks Brock Purdy is the 15th best QB in the league.
He could be above or below that.
Hey,
but we're going to prove
you're openly Homer on this.
Oh,
You're
for sure.
openly
for
homer
sure.
on this. Yes. Openly homer take. Brock Purdy's 15th best QB in the league. What do you guys think?
I
Let him have
honestly
it.
think he could be
Rip him.
above that. He could be above that, but we'll see.
Rip
We'll
him.
see how it plays out.
How
Next
it goes.
number up is number 13. That is Justin Fields. Hey, David.
Hey,
Was just
David
asking about
Beckley
him.
just asked if he
That's
did
great
Justin
timing.
Fields.
Justin
Yeah.
Fields is actually a great comp for Brock Purdy, I think, talent-wise here. Because
Okay.
similarly, young guy getting his first real season in last year.
I don't like
This one's
runners.
tough.
I don't like runners. I don't know.
He's
But I say that, but then at the same time, I'm looking at Dan Jones and thinking he's too low. So I don't know.
I would definitely have Justin Fields above Daniel Jones. And
Yeah, I think so too. But I think I'm more to center on those two actually.
it's more like him versus Purdy right now. And I'm not I think I would go Purdy over Fields just based off what we've seen, man. Like Purdy.
I mean, that's big time homer. Mike says Purdy's 20, so he's not too far off from you. Okay.
Dictatorship. I'm putting Fields
All right.
there.
I'm ending the Jordan Love chat because everybody's saying Jordan Love over Heineke. I'm ending that poll, and we're gonna go Justin Fields versus Brock Purdy poll. Look, so I guess this is a good thing to establish here. Justin Fields versus Brock Purdy. Is this power rankings meant to represent Triple Crosses as a community's thoughts, or is it meant to be like
no, because we're not. Well, I want everybody to be here for it, but we're not giving enough time to each one of these and giving the chat enough feedback to really. We couldn't say that this is what everybody thought. So for that purpose, no, I don't think that's fair to say. But I do want to hear some input on some ones we're stuck on, like the Heineke Love thing. Like we'll put Love above Heineke now for sure.
Yeah.
Because we were kind of torn on those guys.
Weigh in on Purdy versus it was 87% Love, 12% Heineke, 1% got lost in the I don't know, wash, I guess. So yeah, now weigh in Purdy versus Fields. We already got 2 people saying Fields. But yeah, I'm gonna put it in YouTube. Weigh in on PlayBack. Purdy versus Fields. It's better.
Okay, next up was number 20. So from Purdy to Jimmy Garoppolo, or I guess we went Fields, then Jimmy. No, we did go Purdy, then Garoppolo. So interesting situation there. Jimmy is not as good as Purdy at his best. I think we got to compare him more to like the Geno. I think I would put him above maybe a rookie. You could make an argument for Stroud. I think he's somewhere in this 21 to 26 range based off of how we currently have it set. Maybe 20 to 26 range.
As it stands now, yeah, I got him above Tanny. Still,
yeah.
Should we be a little lower?
I think we can only deal with the guys we have on the left already. You know what I mean? These aren't rocks actually in the river to go off.
I actually don't
These
know.
Are
I might put Geno below Jimmy.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know if it's at 20, but the order of those two, I think I've got Geno below Jimmy.
I think that if
Mike says Geno above Jimmy too, Jimmy above Geno as well. All right,
if we do that, I'm only allowing us to put him one spot above. There's gonna be a lot of kind of polls. So just
finish out that poll. Finish out that poll for Fields and Purdy. Everybody weigh in on that quick so we can do a Jimmy versus Geno poll.
Yeah, just drop it into playback. Next random number we're dealing with is number 39. Did we do that one yet? Nope. It's Marcus Mariota. I don't know about you, but I'm fine with dropping him in at number 40 here. How about you?
Yep. Yeah.
Let's go.
DFL.
Boom.
DFL for that guy.
Later, homie. I think that's where you're staying too.
He's bad. I think he's worse than 40.
Yeah, he's pretty atrocious, honestly. So number 12 is who's next? Kyler Murray. Wow, we really nailed that one. Kyler Murray. I think we're going to disagree on this one. I've been generally pretty high on Kyler just because his ceiling is so high in the NFL. I think what we've actually seen from him, he's bailed out by like great talent and DeAndre Hopkins, and he's kind of an off the field concern. I think as far as like all encompassing how good of a quarterback he is, this might be too high, honestly. I don't even know and this is Homer, granted, but I don't even know it. Keep Fields involved. Fields and Purdy as a unit. Maybe Murray is below them. Hot take. What do you think, John? He's in this group, though. That's what I'd say. Like
these two groups are interesting because I think I would flip that group that's above Murray and the group that's below Murray. I think I would flip-flop a lot of those guys around Murray, honestly. So honestly, yeah, it's the 12 to 15 zone for me for Kyler Murray.
Let's drop him. So we did get somebody say, I'm your passenger said Kyler is top 10, lower top 10, but still top 10. I don't know that I agree with that. We do have Stafford in there. That's kind of a weak 10 anyway. Maybe we drop him in here just somewhere in the middle and let let them like duke it out, like 12-13.
Yeah.
See where we get when we got to force the issue more with some other guys. Because
Yeah.
really, when there's so many spots, it's easy. We need to just keep breezing through this. Next random number is number 38. Pretty sure we already did that one. We did. So next random number is number 31.
So just an input from Justin Fields ran away from Brock Purdy in the polls. I'm going to do a Jimmy G versus Geno Smith poll now.
Okay. So we'll probably reverse those on our list. Sam Howell is next. I think Sam Howell is pretty close to where he belongs. I think the real question is he better or worse than Taylor Heineke? We haven't seen him much. Based off that, I mean, he's the guy coming in to Washington. That's where Taylor Heineke did play. I think if Howell played better than Heineke did last year, that would be a massive success. Maybe he does, but we haven't seen it. I'm going to say we drop him in right behind Heineke, right where he was on Rotoballer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to keep moving quick, and you tell me if we absolutely have to change something like we're going to change here. So Brock Purdy goes below Justin Fields.
Remember the current is Jimmy versus Geno. Get your votes in the poll. Get your votes in playback.
I'm going to leave Purdy at 15. I want these guys bunched together so that we have to make decisions around guys. So number 21 is next up, and that'll be Ryan Tannehill. I think he's well below these guys. I think he is in this group for sure. Kind of this middling. Couldn't
show me that next
in the
group
top
down.
10. Yeah, we got younger guys down here so far. Is kind of what it's looking like.
Yeah, he's more proven than Stroud and Ritter, so I do not want to put him maybe below them. But I got Mac Jones and Kenny Pickett higher than him personally.
I feel like we got Stroud maybe too low. This is shaping up real interesting. I don't know that I'd put Tannehill above those guys, but we do have to see it before we believe it.
I'm too unproven for Stroud.
I'm pretty good. I think 24 is where I'd like to drop him. I think there's going to be some people landing in between them.
I would like to see Pickett above Tanny, honestly.
Pickett above Tanny. I could be sold on that. Let's drop him in at 24 here and keep moving. Next random number coming up is number.
Delete Jordan Love right there, by the way.
Ooh,
on the right.
We didn't actually place him yet because we haven't gotten to him.
Oh, we didn't. Okay, we're just talking about it. Got it.
Yeah. So number 7 is who's next, and that is Trevor Lawrence. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I don't think everybody's gonna like this, but I think he is at least where he belongs here. Maybe he belongs higher.
Wow.
I'm projecting a little bit, but let's just move him straight over to 7 then.
How does your recency bias, like how much recency bias do you have on Russell Wilson?
Quite a bit.
Because this affects my Trevor Lawrence take. Then if you have some recency bias on Russell Wilson,
Trevor over Russ for me. Yeah.
Okay, so Trevor over Deshaun as well for you?
That's closer, but
how about Stafford in comparison to those two?
Honestly, Stafford below. Yeah,
below those two. Okay, yeah, I'm good with Trevor Lawrence.
I don't know about below Russ. Russ and Stafford.
I'm good at Trevor Lawrence in the 7 or 8 spot. How do you feel about Trevor versus? Yeah, no, I think if we're gonna pull him right over to the left, that's definitely it.
Yeah, they can still wiggle too, but we'll see. Number 30 is who's next. We might have hit that one already. Number 30, we did not. Jordan Love. There is.
Hey,
Jordan Love. Were we comparing him with? It was him and
Heineke. He
Heineke.
ran away from Heineke.
Yeah, he could even.
I would put him again. I'd put him above those two rookies personally.
Well, Ritter is a sophomore. Stroud is a rookie.
Yeah.
I do think that they're in the right order. I don't know that I'd go Love over Stroud automatically, though.
Yeah, I guess.
And even Tannehill, I mean,
I definitely have a Jordan Love bias. He went to USU. That's where I live. Like,
here's what I want in playback. I want you guys to
big time homer take.
I want a 3-headed monster. I want Tannehill, Stroud, and Love in whatever order you think they belong in.
Okay, so by the way, Geno over Jimmy G in both places.
That's fine with me.
Okay,
I think that's where I was leaning.
All right, so Love. So everybody put these ones in order: Jordan Love, C.J. Stroud, and Desmond Ritter.
Yep, exactly. So I need to grab Jordan Love, and we'll just stick him together with those guys. Oh no, not Desmond Ritter. Ryan Tannehill, Love, and Stroud.
Tanny?
Oh yeah, Tanny, Love, Stroud. I want to see because we got like the veteran guys meeting the young unproven guys. I wonder if there's some crossover here because we kind of both felt like Tannehill might be below like Smith and Garoppolo as those veterans go. So these 3 I want to hear. And I think we might have Stroud wrong. So you got like the young guy who's been in the league.
And all right, PlayBack, put him in order. Stroud, Tannehill, and Love.
Yep, Stroud, Tannehill, Love. 21 is the next number. We already did that one. 23. Did we do 23? No, Bryce Young. I think for sure.
Yeah, I would. Go ahead.
No, I want to hear what number are you feeling?
I was gonna say I think he's below that cluster we were just talking about, but
below this cluster.
Yeah.
Okay, we have our first hard disagreement here because I think he could actually be up here.
Really?
I do. He's the number 1 overall pick. He went to a pretty good situation.
I guess I just don't give rookies much.
It's fair, but the very top guys, I think there's something to that to some degree. And it's not like these guys, none of these guys here, I mean, let's take away the young guys for a second, but none of these veterans win games for their team.
Mm-hmm.
They get wins, but they weren't the reason they won, really. Bryce Young will be the reason for multiple Carolina victories this year. Like it'll be on his back. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I want to put him at least 19.
Unless they don't win any games.
I would even say off the cuff, like 18 feels right to me. But how about in PlayBack? I love that people are doing the Tannehill.
Tannehill. Yeah, I like how somebody said Tannehill, Heineke Love. That's not what we asked. We asked for Tannehill, Stroud Love. Those are the ones we're trying to.
That's okay though. It's all helping us triangulate stuff. I want to put Tannehill. I want to put Young at about 18. Here's the next thing I want you guys to do in PlayBack. Give me a number. I'm going to put him at 18. The numbers will be for Bryce Young. Help us figure it out a little bit. Where to just generally place him? Should it be 18 or more in here in the 2023 range, or down here, kind of where John felt him out? Maybe I should put him in the middle then. But I like 18 for him. I'll drop him in at like 23 here because you actually said he could belong underneath that. I think he could be above that.
I think he's above Desmond Ridder.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't put him behind CJ Stroud for sure.
Yeah.
That would be
I guess now that you say that, I think I have Tannehill and Love above Stroud. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, they are above Stroud.
Right. Like I think I have them maybe Tannehill, Love, or Love, Tannehill, Young, Stroud. Like in that.
Let's revisit this PlayBack stuff because people have weighed in quite a bit. Tannehill, Heineke, Love, says Gonzo. Tannehill, Heineke,
CJ Tannehill, Love.
Oh, so he's saying
if I'm looking at the YouTube poll and also trying to fill out PlayBack, I think it goes Tannehill, Stroud, Love. Or sorry, Love, Stroud, Tannehill. Because Love is definitely in the lead on the YouTube poll.
Everybody in PlayBack who has mentioned Tannehill and Love has Tannehill above Love, though. So I think Tannehill and Love are next to each other. That's where a lot of contention is. Mike in PlayBack says CJ Stroud belongs above Tannehill and Love, which I kind of am on that train, honestly. And I think Bryce Young belongs above him even. So we need more input on CJ Stroud. Meanwhile, we got some numbers in here. Tom says 22, referring to Bryce Young. That'd be one spot above where we have him. And I saw somebody else. Did they just delete it? I saw somebody that said even higher up. I thought, Young 18th or 19th. I think we should move Young up. The chat seems to agree with me. Just those two people, at least, Mike and Tom.
22 or 18th or 19th. So basically, they're just deciding whether he jumps Gino and Jimmy or not. I think it's hard for me to say that he jumps Gino and Jimmy being unproven. Like you're like, yeah, the wins are going to be on his back, but what if he doesn't win them?
I propose we do this right now. We put the two best rookies right above Tannehill and Love because these are guys we don't know that we love them. Tannehill and Love, I still think there's a debate going on. It seems like YouTube likes Love better and PlayBack likes Tannehill better. I don't know. Maybe I'm not looking over here quite as much on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, Love's got a significant portion more votes than Tannehill. Tannehill and Stroud are pretty close on YouTube.
Tannehill and Stroud are pretty close on YouTube. Well, yeah, we're back at that same kind of crossroads. So we're really logged.
Only two people have mentioned it on PlayBack.
Tanny, Stroud, Love says Tam. So Tanny, Stroud, Love. I'll buy that. We asked for feedback. We got instant feedback. We're going with that for now. And I'm leaving Bryce Young above all of them because, damn it, I'm flexing on that one. I still think Bryce Young could move up and PlayBack. At least one person set up in the teens. So I still think we might have Bryce Young. You know what? We're going to drop him in kind of like
Stroud
over
is going to
here.
be better than Young. Love
Bryce Young is going to be hold for later.
I agree. Love greater than Tannehill for sure. But you know what? Casey's at the reins.
Here, let's move him over there too. So these two guys kind of floating in limbo for now. Let's keep moving. Random. We need more guys over in the left column. Number 5. Did we do 5 already? We did. Number 1. Hey, we got Mahomes.
Yeah, we can move
wonder where we're gonna put him.
1.
And that's over. Cool.
Yep.
That was fun, wasn't it?
That was fun.
This is why we didn't start in order. We wanted to have a little interesting twist.
Is anybody going to argue with Mahomes than Allen? Really?
Yeah. Next one up is number 40, Trey Lance. This is going to get interesting. We got to Lance before Darnold.
I mean, I believe he belongs above Sam Darnold, even though Sam Darnold is in the 2 spot. I think Lance is like better. You know, it's just Darnold's a better backup.
Perhaps. I think that's going to be a real point of discussion.
Let me put it this way. Trey Lance's ceiling is too high to be that low. Does that make sense?
Where should we put Trey Lance in the hold for later column? Because I'm deciding now we're putting him in the hold for later column. What number should I put him at for that?
See, and I'm looking at Andy Dalton, and I don't like Andy Dalton, so I'm putting him like in that zone. But that's me.
Yeah. Okay. And I think
I would put him in that 32, 33, 34 gap that's sitting there.
Okay. Here, let's put him here for now.
Okay.
And we'll
also, you got to get rid of Andy Dalton from the right column.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Next number I have here is
Jordan Love.
18. Good call. Thank you. Appreciate that. Tua, next up. Tua. I think Tua might be underrated here.
And Jimmy G in the right column.
I don't know. Off the cuff, John. Tua or Brock Purdy? What feels right there?
Tua.
To you?
Feels right to me.
Really? Tua or Justin Fields?
I'm lower on Justin Fields than most people. Justin Fields probably
feels right.
If I'm trying to be indifferent about it, then probably Fields. I like Tua, but now that you say that, I don't like runners, so I have Fields below Purdy and Tua probably. But the chat already gave us Fields over Purdy, so
yeah,
I put Tua below.
I would have Purdy over Fields, and I would have Tua probably like right between them or right after Fields, maybe, or somewhere in there. I think that's like a tier of their own. Yeah. So that's Tua 12th, says Mike.
He's not above Kyler Murray. He's not above Kyler Murray, so I'd put him in the 16 spot, honestly, in our thing, or in the 15 spot and move Brock Purdy down. The chat was very adamant about Fields over Purdy. Like I think we're cooler on Fields than most people are. I think
we've got 3 different people say Tua deserves 12 or Tua 12. Do they mean better than all these guys though, or just like he belongs at 12? So maybe here, I'm going to drop him right in the middle of this cluster and we're going to keep moving.
Yep.
Let's go. Number 7.
Yeah, we got to someone in playback saying 12 too. Oh no, that was Mike. Mike's just doubling down.
Mike's trying to get that double vote in.
Yeah.
Like that. All right. Number I did Jimmy already. Oops. Sorry, guys. 17. Do we have 17 done? All right. Goff, I think is.
I'm lower on him than this.
I am too. I think he definitely belongs in this group. So Goff is the perfect, like,
I might put him below that whole group, dude.
I think Goff might be better than Tannehill. I think this is a spot made for Jared Goff. And I still am on like Bryce Young is well above.
I still think Jordan Love's better than the 2 of them too.
We haven't seen a ton of.
I'm a homer. It's a homer pick.
It's tough. I mean,
I've seen a lot of love. I've seen a lot of love.
So you said Goff, or you said Tanny over Goff, or what did you say about that comparison? Tanny?
No, I'm lower on Goff than that. I'm lower on Goff than Stroud.
Really?
Like, I would put him in.
You're high on Tanny, man. Tanny has really done not a lot in his career, and he's had a long one already.
I don't think Tanny's good either. I think he was higher, but I'm also not high on Goff. I'm not high on either.
You want to make some room here, then? You want
to? Really. Like Mac Jones and Kenny Pickett. I'm probably higher on those 2 than Tanny and Goff.
All right, let's force this issue then. Let's move these guys down quite a bit, and let's move Goff over. So, what number feels right to you for Goff?
I think 24, honestly.
24. Boom. There he is.
And then, I see Derek Carr still sitting over there, and he belongs in that Geno Jimmy cluster, I think, but maybe a little higher. But yeah.
Let's see who's next. I got number 7 next. No, we already did that one. Number 5 is next.
P. Gibson says Goff hater, shaking my head. Yeah, sorry. I know he's in Detroit, but yeah, I don't. Goff.
That feels kind of low to me. Just saying. 19 for Goff, 22 for Goff. Where did we end up putting him? 24. I think that could be too low too.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. Let's just start grabbing people. All right, let's go middle here. Burrow. Where's Burrow belong, John?
3.
I'm close here. I think
You're
he could.
close
I think
between
there's a
him
case
and
for him to
Aaron
be a
Rodgers, or who? Oh,
him and
between
Allen.
him and Josh Allen.
Yeah, I think he's a better
I
thrower
think
of the
Burrow
ball.
is. I think the Bengals are better than. Like, I think the Bengals are better than the Bills, but I don't think Burrow is better than Josh Allen.
I might disagree with that statement on both ends. Honestly, I think Buffalo is a more complete team. Burrow has done more purely from a passing perspective with a worse O-line. At least the weapons are probably.
Yeah, I'm not. I would say I'm not passionate on this point. So whatever. If you're passionate, put him at 2.
We got Mike says Mike's with me. So we'll go for now at least Burrow, and I think by default then we don't need to leave him there. Allen will be at 3. If you have big problems with that, somebody put your case into the chat on either platform.
I think Gibson I might have Herbie below Burrow that. Too. What's that?
Gibson maybe sounds Burrow like too. He's on it too. B. Gibson sounds like he's on Burrow too. And yeah, Mike is with me, so that's all the power.
I think I have Herbie below that Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence cluster. Honestly,
do we want to just keep going down the list here? Okay, let's go.
Maybe
let's place Herbie, and then we'll jump to somewhere else.
We can do that other Lamar Jackson cluster if you want, but like we can kind of fill out the top of the order here if you want.
Okay, so again, this is a hot take, but no. Jalen Hurts and Lawrence are in the right spot. I think I would put. I think Herbert and Lawrence
I would split
are tough.
those two. I think I would split those two.
I could be persuaded for that. Let's do that. I'm in on that. I think I might want to put.
All right, chat. Give us this. Order these 3. Order these 3. Or actually, let's just do number 1 votes. Hurts, Lawrence, Herbert. Hurts, Lawrence, Herbert. That's the poll.
Yep, I put them in that order already.
Love crushed the other 2 in the YouTube poll, by the way, which had more votes. But just saying, Homer pick.
Okay, so Love. Do we want Love above Geno?
I don't. Sorry, I'm not looking right now.
No,
I didn't think he was above that. I just thought he was in
Love
that.
Crush 2. Love Crush 2 in the poll.
He crushed Tannehill and Stroud.
Okay, well, yeah, he's going to go above them. Okay, let's move him over here then. Above Goff too? Does that feel right?
There could be a case it does to Goff, me, but I'm low on Goff. So you had Goff higher.
Yeah, I would have Goff higher. I would at least switch those 2 if it were me, but it's not just about me. We got to have the people's input in here. Bryce Young, I'm still going to hold out on him for now. Let's mix this up. Anthony Richardson, probably the most athletic QB the NFL has ever seen. He was taken number 3 overall, I think. Is that right? Anthony Richardson. I don't remember.
Who else was in our Herbert and Lawrence poll, by the way? Herbert, Lawrence, and who? Jalen Hurts. Was it Jalen Hurts?
Yeah. Herbert, Lawrence, and Hurts. Yeah, I think Hurts, Herbert, Rodgers in Gibson's book. So he's got Rodgers lower than that.
And so he's got Hurts, Herbert, Rodgers. So then where does Lawrence go in your book? We're asking about Lawrence, man. We're trying to.
Yeah. All right, Anthony Richardson. I have
no strong opinions about Anthony Richardson. So I'm never super in on mega athletic guys, but yeah,
it's him or Ritter. I think he belongs right above Ritter. I'm just gonna drop
probably higher ceiling on that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna put him above Stroud yet. You can make the case for that, but I'm not gonna do that right now. Stroud's the better quarterback. Richardson could develop into more. Next, random. No, I guess I'm going back to the random number generator. Forgot already my own new rule. It was 28. Kenny Pickett's the closest. So let's go with Pickett. It's time.
You know what? I like him above that whole cluster right there, honestly.
Above Love?
22. Maybe that'd be the only person that I'm not sure on. But yeah.
Actually, this feels really right to me.
Yeah, I like him a little above Love. Yeah.
I would still flip Goff and Love, but that's me. And I would probably
and I guess if you want to take Bryce Young and put him in the 19th spot and say like ceiling is worth it, then that makes sense to me too, I guess. I do think Dan Jones is higher than the 19 spot.
Ooh, that's actually not a crazy that's tough. Yeah. I mean, let's do Daniel Jones.
I would give the nod to Dan Jones because he's proven.
Yeah, he did make the playoffs this last year. Let's drop him at 18. Call that a day there. We still have some guys in the road here that are going to be hard to place.
I like that now people are starting to debate Lamar. Boy. How you feeling about Sammy D here?
So Sam Darnold,
do you think he's better than Trey Lance? I don't think he's better. I think he's a better backup.
He is definitely he's absolutely a better backup. I think that he is I
I think
more
Trey Lance
cerebral
could be a
QB.
serviceable like top 20 quarterback, top 15 quarterback potentially. I'm not saying
Well,
he is that.
potentially, sure.
I'm
But
saying that he
he's
still
not.
has that ceiling. I don't think Sam Darnold has that ceiling.
I think that, well, they're both on the same team right now. And I think if you plug Sam Darnold in and he played every single game for the Niners this season, he'd have a better season than Trey Lance probably in that same scenario.
He's a better system quarterback. That's what I mean. Trey Lance has the potential of being like a top quarterback in the league still. Sam Darnold doesn't. So that's what I mean. I just see more ceiling in Trey Lance. So it's hard for me to say Sam Darnold.
I don't know that Trey does, if he was on a different team right now, then
yeah,
yes,
not
maybe.
as a 49er. That's what I'm saying.
Right. I probably would put them
49ers
back to
keep
back
him in
no
that
matter
third
what we
spot.
do.
I mean, it's the worst thing for him. I think he could be a really serviceable starter somewhere.
Let's let the debate rage on and say that they go back to back somewhere, but where will they actually belong? I don't know.
Okay.
I think probably above Howell. I'm kind of feeling like Howell maybe moves down.
Yeah, I think they're
above
above that 30-31 cluster personally, but
yeah, Heineke fits in kind of in there somewhere, and Ritter maybe is even too high. So yeah, let's get these guys in here. Let's get these guys. Let's make some room for them here. Maybe even we drop Ritter down. Nobody was actually advocating for Ritter.
I'm
He
on
was that
board
high
with
because
that.
of me. Let's put them. Ooh, Trey Lance and Anthony Richardson, both like project guys.
right.
I like this call. You guys debate in the comments, Darnold or Lance. I want to hear it, but right now we'll leave it like that.
Mike says Darnold is 38th, Mayfield 39th, Trask 40.
Man,
No.
you got to take
Mariota
into
is
account the
40.
teams Darnold's
Mariota
been on.
is 40.
Darnold has had horrible coaching, horrible rosters, horrible O-line everywhere he's went. Basically, like it's a nightmare story for him, man. I think this year, if he gets some playing time on San Francisco, people will see the best version of him by a mile. Let's finish out this like lower end so we can start just like tidying it up. We have Jones. Let's save Carr because Carr won't be at the very bottom. So Jones, Trask, and Mayfield in here, and we're gonna have to bump some people down, I think. So I don't think anybody else belongs below Brissett, at least. I think Brissett becomes 39 to me. How about you?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Let's do it. All right. I think Trubisky. First of all, do you have a dog in this fight? Trask versus Mayfield? Anything?
No.
I would say Mayfield is better. This list,
I think
like
Mayfield.
I said,
yeah, let me put it that way. I do think Mayfield is better, but I don't care. I care very little about either of them.
Right. The list had Trask here because they project him to be the starter because they need to see what he's made of. But I'm going to put Mayfield above him, and I'm going to put Mayfield right in here for now, and we'll just put Trask. I think Trask might be lower than this, actually. Let's put Trask below him. Trubisky is pretty trash,
below
bro.
Trubisky.
Let's put the Tampa Bay guys next to each other just for the sake of argument so we can infight there.
Yeah.
And then I think we just need to move.
We're real low on Andy Dalton.
Well, I think Dalton should be a little bit higher, honestly, but maybe.
Okay. I mean, I'm low on Andy Dalton. Maybe.
Yeah. I get you. So, are you opposed to me for right now just eliminating this gap?
Which one?
The 2 gap down here at the bottom because we don't have a 37 and 38. I think Dalton and Trubisky move down there for now. Cool. So let's do that. That just shook up the rankings a little bit, and we have Mac Jones.
Dan Jones in the 20 spot. That feels about right if we're just setting a marker.
Yep. So right now we have Jared Goff straight across from Mac Jones. That's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Jordan Love, Mac Jones, Goff, Pickett. It's all just a hodgepodge, man. I think that I wouldn't go higher than
Pickett.
You wouldn't go higher than Pickett? I was going to say Garoppolo. So maybe then we'll separate it. I'll go with your Pickett stuff, though.
Yeah.
I'm okay with you liking Pickett. I think I'm cool with that. We could fit him in here for now. Green Bay fans might be mad, but we haven't seen Jordan Love. Mac Jones, we haven't seen all that great stuff either. And I still think Goff should be above both of them, but that's just me.
Would you put him above Garoppolo?
I want these 3 in order, guys. Here's what we need, chat. Jones, Love, and Goff.
Hold on. Before we do that, so let me give you. So we got Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts tied, Trevor Lawrence trailing them in an extreme manner on YouTube, and then on PlayBack, Herbert, Rodgers. Yeah, we don't have any clear answers on those 3. Herbert, Hurts, Lawrence. So Herbert and Hurts right next to each other. Lawrence trailing both of them.
Okay. I will be a man of the people here on this one. I think we're going to have some contention here, but all right, because like Lamar Jackson's going to fit in an awkward spot. But I like that he was above Jack. Let's do it right now. Jackson. Where does Jackson go? I would put him.
Yeah, we can go straight across with him.
Well, hold on.
I think he's above Trevor Lawrence, honestly.
I don't know that I wouldn't. I mean, we're not talking fantasy football here, guys. Like he scores you a ton of points in fantasy because he runs the ball. But think about what being a quarterback means and what we've seen from him. They don't go deep into the playoffs with him, generally speaking. Deshaun Watson, I guess, hasn't really either, but he was on a garbage team. And then he had this stuff.
I'm lower, but I'm lower on Deshaun Watson than 9.
I'm almost like I'd put Deshaun, or I'd almost go Deshaun over Jackson, but it's tight for me. I guess I would say that this could be the order, but I wouldn't go lower on Deshaun than 9. So you want to just paste these two over? Call that good enough for now?
Yeah, so we needed Deshaun and Jackson. Yeah, we need it. Yeah. All right. Mitch is just hopping in. Mitch Llewellyn, yes, you can still win. Yep. We owe y'all 1 gift card. If you get to 75 likes on the video on YouTube, then we're going to do 2 more gift cards. Mike says Jackson is 6. Lamar Jackson is 6. So where would that put him above?
Yikes. Herbert
feels high.
Yeah, I already wanted to put Lawrence above Herbert, kind of. So we're in that same group.
Hurts.
What I've learned is there's groups of 3 that are interesting all across the board.
Yeah.
There's the top 3, then like the next 2 or 3, and the next 2 or 3.
Yeah.
All right, where do you want to go to on the board here, John? Do we want to stay in the top?
This Prescott Cousins Carr cluster is interesting because we can't bring them straight across.
We could bring them straight across down to here, and I think that's honestly.
You think that's right?
I think that Derek Carr is the worst of the 3 for sure. I think there's even a case that Daniel Jones is better than
I think Derek Carr might belong in that Daniel Jones, Bryce Young, Geno Smith cluster.
Yeah, he could.
Because honestly, it's like he just had everything in the world last year and still was bad. Like
I'd go Kirk above Dak too. I mean,
I would as well, but that's definitely a homer pick.
Well, then that's what's happening. And let's put Dak right after him. Race those 2, moving fast, breaking things. Actually, I like this.
If that's how we're going to do
it. Oh, shoot.
Go ahead about that.
Kirk and Brock Purdy. We've kind of hit a point here. My quarterback versus
yours. Let's do it. Let's just pull this out. We can't do this.
We're projecting a little bit.
There's no way that we can. Well, I guess it's not fair because I'm assuming he's going to lose a poll, but maybe not. Maybe not.
I think that's the rough thing is that people aren't going to vote for him the same way probably as like guy who's let's not overestimate. My main point of Purdy though is like all these other young guys, even like a Bryce Young, who I'm super big on. I've conceded. I'm like, yes, he's lower because we just haven't seen it yet. The thing with Purdy is he's the one young guy in the league we have seen it from, and he's still trending all the way straight up. I don't even know how he lost to Fields, honestly, because how can you say Fields had a better season than Purdy last year?
Yeah, so give us Kirk Cousins versus Purdy. I do think I'm not going to overestimate how high people will be on Cousins.
And let's throw Tua into that.
It's hard to be. Well, I already did the freaking poll, but all right.
Okay, so we got Purdy and Cousins.
Purdy and Cousins. It is easier to do the 2-way polls because then we can just do it 2-way again.
Yeah, that's smart. Let's get rid of Derek Carr here.
I honestly like Derek Carr down in that Jones, Young, Smith cluster and Garoppolo. Let me put it this way. I think Garoppolo will do a better job in Oakland than Carr did.
Wow. Yeah, I don't disagree with that actually, but
so I might put him between Garoppolo and Pickett.
Interesting. I don't hate that actually, John.
I would move that whole cluster up 1. Yeah.
I think you just convinced me, and I was going to put Derek Carr higher. I'm in on that though. I like
Derek Carr.
Saints fans not going to be happy with that. That's controversial in that low, but I think he's been overrated his whole career, kind of.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I mean, he looks like he could be the lead singer for an emo band. He'd probably be better at that than he would be at being an NFL QB.
Okay, we have the back half all but figured out. Just really quickly. Does anything over this back half, is there anybody we wanted to come back to that we need to kind of sort out? Or are we pretty much set? I guess Darnold, Lance, did we get anybody say anything about either of those guys?
No, I don't think so. I think they're now talking about Cousins and Cousins and Purdy is at 50-50 in YouTube right now. So everybody give us your input. Cousins versus Purdy.
Yeah. And if you have a case, make it in playback too, so we can
Yeah.
See what your thoughts are on it. Let's see what Jamie's.
Felix says
Jamie's
we're gonna get Purdy down to 20th with votes. I don't think
hell
so.
no.
I think
I don't think I'll let him go to 20.
no. I just don't think he belongs in that Geno Smith zone. How could you say he does? I don't know. He had a great season. Played a lot of
Cousins
games.
over Purdy, says Mike. But what does Mike know? Just kidding, Mike. Trask lower, says Mike. Oh, interesting. Back down here real quick. I do agree with that. We were disrespecting Andy Dalton. I think that's Andy Dalton belongs here. My question is, do we have Trask in the right spot here? Even I'm fine with Baker.
Trask versus Trubisky. He's those last three are bad, dude.
They really are. Yeah, let's leave him there. I like it. Good call, Mike. Bad call on the Purdy one, though. Don't like that. Geno Smith's season was a fluke, one-time wonder. Yeah, I mean, we had him at 20. I think that's
we got him at 20. 20 is about as high as he deserves.
I think that's probably where he was, and we moved him straight across just about. So,
yeah.
All right, we're pretty close.
So we don't know what to do with Tua. We don't know what to do with Russ.
This is really where the discussion comes into because I think
I don't know personally. I would put Tua above Stafford.
Yeah, the problem. Okay.
Stafford's got a Super Bowl ring.
He does. Let's move Stafford back out of there. And Russ, where does Russ go compared to these two guys?
Russ has an incredible career with like a really, 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 really bad year last year.
Yeah,
it's I can't place him. Like honestly, it's tough for me.
Russ
does he belong in that Kyler Murray, Justin Fields, Brock Purdy, Kirk Cousins cluster?
I mean,
or does he belong up in that Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson cluster? Honestly, this last three is a cluster in and of itself. Stafford, Tua, Russ is the cluster, and it's probably the 10, 11, 12 cluster. But what order do they go in?
And I think it's mixed in with these guys too. I mean, I'm not trying to just be a homer, but I really think there is.
Well, Cousins might creep up into there depending.
Honestly, you could even make a case for like a break-off point anywhere in here. But I think for me in particular, like Purdy is still movable anywhere, and as well as anybody else in this section.
All right,
we've kind of firmed up Cousins.
PlayBack has Cousins over Purdy over Cousins, so they're it's Purdy over Cousins according to
baby. Top 15 QB.
The fan poll.
All right, and the poll.
So that's what I was saying. I feel like you're like, they're not going to say Purdy, and I said that at first, but I'm like, I think people are not high on Cousins.
We've seen it, man. Yeah,
we've just seen him crumble, And
that's true.
I'm a Vikings fan, and I'm not high on Cousins. Like when you're like Purdy or Cousins, Purdy's got a better ceiling for sure.
Yeah, and that's the only case for Fields too. So I guess we're weighing ceiling pretty heavily here, which I think Kyler's ceiling has deteriorated a little bit. That's why he's so low already. I think Tua's
got ceiling.
Belongs above Kyler for sure.
Stafford has some ceiling as well.
Would you go Tua over Russ?
I think we know Russ's ceiling for sure. Like he's not going to play better than he's ever played. You know what I mean?
So Tua 10? Is that what you're saying?
As I'm looking at that three-person cluster, I know I said Tua over Stafford, but I think I've changed my mind there. I think I still have Stafford at 10.
Oh man, and the deadlock continues. Okay. I don't know that I have Stafford at 10.
All right, let's do two two-person polls here. So let's go start a poll. Who's better, Tua or Stafford? Yeah, make your case for us too. So we're gonna go Tua, Stafford. So yeah, give us Tua versus Stafford. Who you guys got?
This is criminal. Though. I just gotta say, this is criminal. Brock Purdy 15. Like, okay, I guess I'm being harsh though. I'm being harsh because
he was at 27th.
I know. My arrow is way down on Kyler Murray right now and Russell Wilson, big time. Like, but you're right. We have seen it from Russ, so you can't take everything away from him. Just real bad last year. Adam says Tua, so I assume he just means top of this group. Jamie says Stafford. So, nobody says
Tua
Russ.
I just asked for Tua or Stafford. Don't even talk to me about Russ yet. Just give me Tua versus Stafford. So we got one Stafford, one Tua. YouTube poll is 5 votes and it's all Tua. So I think we're ending that poll and it's Tua.
Mike had okay. So let's go Tua. I like it.
Tua at 10. So let's go Stafford versus Wilson, and then we're gonna go Wilson versus Tua if Wilson beats Stafford. So
and are we 100% sure they just fill in these two gaps? Seems like we're probably going to end up there, but
put Tua at 10 for now, and now we're going Stafford versus Wilson. But he's not in pen at that 10 spot. So we're gonna go
Stafford versus Wilson is what's on the block right now.
Yep. Stafford versus Wilson. Let us know.
And then anybody else who's already weighed in on that, anything else you see that you really want to make a case for that you think is out of order? I guess this is time for final arguments before we go do our last wheel spin of the night. I think we did pretty good here. This is just V1. This is a good jumping off point. We can make a little graphic on this, post it on IG. I don't hate where we landed. There's some stuff I disagree with. I would say Goff is probably it's weird. That's my hill to die on, but he feels the most out of place, excluding Purdy maybe. But the more I think about Purdy.
Dude, you think you want to put Purdy higher than top 15 QBs?
Well, it's only specifically Fields, I think I had it for sure the other way, and I think I'd be hard pressed to put anybody else.
Yeah, I mean, we did a poll on that, and it was like Fields is a runaway.
No, I know. I can.
Purdy's a big time homer take there.
Hey, both times that I've disagreed, I put him where people said. It's the same thing with Goff. Those two are too low. I think Goff is better than Mac Jones, and I would have Jones above Love. I'd maybe even pick it. Like Goff is in like the Derek Carr range, I think. But that's just me. I think we're harsh on Carr. We're harsh on Goff. Whoever was saying Goff, I'm with that guy. Goff is too low. He had a good season last season. Mike's on that too.
All right. So we got two people with Wilson over Stafford in playback. On YouTube, we got, it is 57-43. So it's close. Who's Stafford? So we're probably deadlocked. Russ Wilson, Matt Stafford. All right, Casey, your call. Russ Wilson, Matt Stafford. Who do you say?
Brock Purdy. Okay, for real, man. They both had terrible seasons. So I'm gonna go what a real quarterback is. The guy who could step in and play quarterback for any team pretty well. He hasn't looked bad on any team he's been on. Russell Wilson has. That's my case for Stafford. Do you have a case?
I'm okay with Stafford over Wilson.
Okay,
but
that feels right to me.
I think Wilson is better probably, but like I get what you're saying. Maybe he's washed. This is this year's power rankings. Not
Stafford went to a new team, and in the first year he won the Super Bowl. Russell Wilson went to a new team, and the first year he won like 4 games. Like
I think Russ is better, but like probably not now. Like
Jamie's heart is broken. Oh no, Jamie.
All said and done, career body of work. Russ ends up being more like better than Matt Stafford.
I did ask for more feedback, and Jamie said Carr is too low. I don't know if I can go with that, but
yeah, we put Carr there on we were pretty purposeful.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. I guess based on that same argument I just made, I think Jimmy G could step in and play better ball for more teams than Derek Carr could.
We've got another vote for Stafford. So yeah, I think we're good in our Stafford take.
Yeah, Stafford is our 11. I'm glad he's not in the top 10. He doesn't quite feel like a top 10 guy to me. I think we're more or less there. There's a couple I disagree with.
Hey, just so everybody has time, if you're watching on YouTube right now, we're about to do a $50 gift card giveaway, $25 gift card giveaway over on our private community on Playback. So that's playback.tv/triplecross. There is a link in the description of the YouTube video. So tap that link, go over to Playback in chat QB into the chat, and we'll do that giveaway. Casey, actually pull that back up. Pull it back up. Let's give ourselves grades. Let's give ourselves a grade on like sections of 10.
Oops, wrong one. Oh my gosh, where am I?
All over the place here.
Where am I? Okay.
You can do it. Oh wow!
Sorry, I was trying to get cute with the formatting. I'll put it back. Everybody,
yeah. All right. So this first section of 10, that is Mahomes, Burrow, Cincinnati. Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Rodgers, Hurts, Herbert, Lawrence, Jackson, Watson, Tua. Give us a grade there, Casey. How you feeling? How you feeling about that?
This one, I mean, it's going to have to be like kind of grade based off of like compared to the other like groups of 10. I think this one feels pretty good. I don't really disagree with too much here. I like it. I actually think this was a solid A. I'm going to go A, just A. I like it.
We didn't put a lot of consideration into that like Rodgers, Hurts zone, Allen, Rodgers, Hurts. But it feels right. I don't think Rodgers belongs below Hurts. So yeah, I'm gonna give it an A.
I'm not ready for that. We've seen one season out of Hurts that's really good, like anywhere near this level. It's the same thing. Like, I mean, so if we're saying Brock Purdy can't go above 15, even though he literally never lost a game that he played more than like a quarter of, then we cannot be putting Jalen Hurts above I mean, he's already in the top 5. I think I think there's some bias to like certain styles of play.
Recency bias. There's recency bias.
It's not even recency bias. Purdy did it last season too. I think it's mobile quarterbacks are getting a huge benefit of the doubt on this list.
Mike says A-. Hurts over Rodgers, maybe. That's what we're talking about, but I don't think so. I don't think we're not ready for Hurts over Rodgers yet.
Okay, here's the thing. If after next season, and we did this at this time next year, we thought that
Jamie said B-.
It's not that B-. Yeah, if we did this again next year at this time, and we decided Hurts is above Rodgers, it's not that we're saying we're wrong about this right here and now. It's just we can't project that far on Hurts, I don't think. So I think we're right on that one.
Yeah, Mike says Watson and Tua are not top 10. Kev says B+. I'll say more. What do you disagree with, Kev? Jamie said B-. I don't know if it's because Russ isn't in the top 10, but I don't.
Yeah, Mike said A- though, so one supporter there. Love that.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Who we got?
Let's
11 through 13.
Yep, 11 through 20 here.
Yeah, sorry. 11.
Did you just say 11 through 13?
Yeah, just those three. Just those three.
Okay. Yeah. Tua. Okay. So wait. Sorry. 11 through 20. You confused me even just by what you're saying. So 11 through 20. Stafford, Wilson, Murray, Fields, Purdy, Cousins, Prescott, Jones, Young, Smith. This feels right. Jimmy G not making the top 20 does feel
about right.
By a razor thin margin. Geno Smith had to play well to get up here. I still feel like that's pretty close to right. Daniel Jones could be 3 spots higher or lower on any given day. Kirk might be getting a little bit screwed too.
That's a funny that statement about Daniel Jones. I'm like, yep, he's got the biggest variance.
I do feel like this group kind of does show the bias towards like the more mobile guys. Stafford has just like crazy numbers over his career, so it's easy to put him up here on a list like this based off his play. I think he's generally around here too. He probably does deserve to be right here around 11. But even from there, like calling
on because I think you're still like kind of salty about Brock Purdy. So
no, because I think Purdy and Cousins, I think we both agreed that was a super tight race, and so did everybody else.
Yeah.
As a package, I think you can make an argument that these two belong above these 3. I kind of feel that way. Purdy to Fields is straight up comparison. Just feels.
Let me put it this way. I think we got
and Murray and Wilson are trending down so hard, while the Niners and Vikings continue to have success behind these guys. I think it wouldn't be that crazy to switch to flip that on its head, but I'm fine with it how it is. But
yeah. Let me put it this way. I think we got 11 through 20 right. I'm not fully convinced we got them in the right order.
If that's all we're talking about.
So with that in mind, give it your grade. Jamie says C- on 11 through 20. C- is not a great grade, Jamie. You got to say more if you're going to give us a C-.
Yeah,
and this isn't all us. A lot of this was the polls. So
I'm not judging based off your criteria only, John. I'm still going a little bit off of the order we put them in, and for that reason, I'm going to go.
That's what I said. I didn't like give it you can't give it an A+ if we didn't get them in the right order. You know.
Right, exactly. So I'm going to go.
We got the right people in there. We just didn't get them in the right order. You can't give it an F if we got the right people in there.
I'm going to go with a B here. I think I'm just going to stay on the B. Leaning towards a B+ maybe, but I'm on B.
It feels B- to me.
That's fine. Yeah.
I think C- is wild, Jamie. C- feels harsh.
I think if somebody disagrees with the guys who are here, that's tough. I think it's just an order problem for all of us, but we all feel differently, so it makes sense. Nobody is A+ on this.
You know what? I actually think Bryce Young is a weird placement. That's why I'm B- on it. It's tough for me to put a rookie QB in the top 20.
Yeah, well, it's tough for me to have a sophomore or a 2-year QB in the top 5, but we did that, so we all are making concessions
he gets to
here.
The Super Bowl, I suppose. Yeah,
I like it though. I like it. I don't think Carolina will make it to the Super Bowl or anything this year, but I think you will look back on this season and Bryce Young will have been the best rookie.
I'm willing to. Yeah, we have him in the best rookie spot for sure. Yeah,
right. Yeah. I think that's the case, and we do have Stroud. I was kind of an advocate for Stroud being higher.
We got
too.
Stroud pretty like there's a gap.
We buried him. This is going to be my worst grade for sure.
Okay,
because there's this does have Goff in it. This has
Jamie.
Stroud.
You said Murray should be a little higher, and you gave us a C- for that, and then she said Tua scares me with his past injuries. I get you. Yeah. Tua is a little bit of a wild card, but he's good.
That's fair.
He's a good player.
Anytime Tua benefits hugely from his weapons, because if he's on the field, he's going to back up that 10 ranking big time. He just has to be alive.
Yeah. Yes.
That's it.
All right. So 21 through 30, Casey, how you feeling? Do you feel like
I-
we even got the right guys in here?
Yes, mostly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We did.
Do you feel like
We
we're
did.
all scrambled around on the order?
Completely. This is my least favorite group so far. I don't like this. I think Goff is in the wrong spot. I think Stroud's in the wrong spot. I think Tannehill moves down. By that I meant Stroud should move up, Goff should move up, Tannehill should move down. I think Jordan Love should move maybe down a spot or two.
Carr, Pickett,
pretty tough
Mac
in there.
Jones.
Pretty tough in there.
I think so. So I don't think I see anything egregious in here. I think it's just like everything's a couple spot. Like there's just a bunch of people here where I'm like, they could go up or down a spot or two.
I'm legitimately the other one, like guys who are actually already back to back. Not because I think Goff should move up a couple. I think Stroud should move up at least a couple. But the one that's back to back that I'm not sure about is Richardson and Lance. I wanted to get some feedback from people because they're kind of the same archetype: crazy athletic, super high ceiling, not really well developed QBs yet. Yeah, Lance has had a few seasons in the NFL to at least learn now. I would maybe go Lance above Richardson, but
let me ask you this, because I think probably what's really itching at you here is there's somebody who's just egregiously in the wrong spot. Like if you're like, I want to move a couple guys, there's somebody in here who would move like either way down or way up after you were all said and done here.
It'd be both of them. I would part this Red Sea. Goff would move quite a ways up and Tannehill would move quite a ways down. I think that would generally be the main movers.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what's your grade there? Mike says C-. He says, right, guys, horrible order. He did say Richardson over Lance. So we got that, but
yeah. And I'm not disagreeing with that either. That one legitimately, I'm 50-50 on those two right now at this point in time. So
let me put it this way. I think if you got the right guys, then it's a C. So I'll give it a C.
I think if you get the right guys, it's a C-. Just bare. And if you messed up the order pretty hard, it's a C-. And I think that's what we did. So that's where I'm going.
Okay. But I like Kev Gon said an A on this section. Wow.
Holy.
Right.
Hey. I think he might be just trolling at this point. This is also the guy that said, don't you dare put that in one time or more than one time. And he put it in like 4 times right away. So
he said he likes it.
Okay. Hey, I like it too. I mean, I still like it. There's just some stuff I generally disagree with.
Right.
I think overall,
this is just a heads up, pausing really quick. This is the last section, guys. So here's the deal. We are going after this. We're going over to playback.tv/triplecross to do our last $25 gift card giveaway. Head over there now. If you're still watching on YouTube, there's a link in the description. After this, we'll do a sign out and then we'll just end. We don't need to even leave it live. So we'll do sign out and we'll end, and then we will be on playback, and that's how it's going to go.
Sorry, I accused you of trolling, Kev. I mean, you can understand why I thought that, though. He said
no, he's not. Yeah.
But
Michael said
you were trolling earlier,
A. Mike's already weighing in on 30-4, and he says it's an A.
So I think the main thing that
I think you would have Tanny way down here, right?
I don't know.
Was it Tanny? Who was it that you would have had?
Yeah, it was Tannehill. Yeah. I don't know that I would put Darnold above Tannehill though. So saying that we got the guys wrong here, I'm not sure I would go that far.
Yeah,
it's close. I think
I'm pretty good
Heineke feels.
I think we kind of nailed it.
Heineke feels a touch low. Like Heineke and Ritter, that one's tough. Like this one's tough. They're on the same team, and I think this is the closest thing to a real QB battle I think we have in the NFL today. So, other than the second string, is it bad that we put the second string QB battle right above the first string QB battle of Atlanta?
You know what's funny is that Atlanta currently has 2 quarterbacks who are barely good enough to be starters battling for their starting job.
Yeah, well, one is like we have one, like they're just on the cusp of having a top 32 quarterback. Meanwhile, at least according to this, and not everybody will agree, the Niners have 3 of those guys.
Some people would say Baker Mayfield and Andy Dalton are better than Ritter and Heineke. So they might have 2 guys who are not even true. Baker, they might have 2 guys who are not even serviceable starters battling for the one spot there. It's the battle of the not Titans in Atlanta.
I don't know. Honestly, Mayfield does feel like he might be a touch low. Heineke maybe should be switched with Ritter. But this feels...
I think we nailed Marcus Mariota.
We did. And Brissett. Okay, let's look at it from the bottom up. Is there anything I would
think
change?
We got those. I think we nailed those bottom 4, to be honest.
Brissett could be below Mariota. Who cares? Honestly, if those are your two choices.
At that point, who cares? I don't know.
Trubisky, I like being there. Trask is like, we're just being nice. Like, we haven't really seen him do anything, but sure, 37, whatever. He hasn't shown that he's god awful, so that's a plus.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton has shown he's a step above that, so that makes sense. Yeah. Howell, maybe we gave him too much of the benefit of the doubt. I would probably switch Mayfield and Howell. I might even just do that on the fly right now. I don't think anybody like advocated the opposite. I think I was the one.
We're supposed to be grading. You can't switch it after while you're
whatever. Okay, well then, based off that, then that's probably the one that should be switched.
That's probably wrong. Maybe that's only one spot.
We'll see.
That's only one.
I still feel pretty good about it. I'm gonna go with
this is an A. If you're talking about there's only a couple one spot switches, that's at least an A.
I'm gonna say B plus. B plus. So it feels right to me.
Kev Gons also said B plus. Kev Gons also said B plus. You don't think 3 AFC East teams make the playoffs? Said Mike. Mike, that's not this episode, but thank you for your input. Yeah, no.
Wow, that's
I give us an A.
Holy, I mean, that's not for this episode, but that's
yeah. Thank you for your input, Michael.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. I wonder who he's even talking about. But
Three Walketeers says Ritter should be a little higher. Yeah, Three Walketeers. What's up with your name? How'd you come up with that? It's kind of cool. Feels like bandish, like it could be a band.
I give this move higher though because draft capital isn't really there, and
it's hard for us to move him past that cluster that's right above him. That Stroud, Richardson, Lance Darnold.
This is what I believe too, though. I believe that Ritter. There's a high chance he plays well, and then next year when we do this, he should be way higher.
Yeah, he should be like above Jordan Love. Yeah,
I do see that. But what we've already seen a Heineke, like I'm almost making the case that Heineke should be above him because Heineke is already better than anybody ever expected him to be. And there's a good chance Ritter also doesn't ever get better than Heineke. So I think we gave him the benefit of the doubt at least here. He's in the top 32. He deserves a starting spot according to us. I don't think we can give him much more than that. Maybe if you want to say he's better than Lance and Darnold, like I don't know. How do you make that decision? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Trey Lance won plenty of football teams without Christian McCaffrey. So won plenty of football teams, plenty of football games. It's getting late. He won plenty of football games without Christian McCaffrey.
Who did? Sorry?
Trey Lance.
He didn't win that many. He hasn't played that many football games.
2, 3? How many?
He's only played 4. He's only played in 4. And he didn't finish the 4th. They lost. He's at least lost one, and the one he didn't play that much.
Yeah,
so
I
really
forgot. I forgot how many Jimmy G played.
Yeah. Lance. I think Lance. The best case you can make for Lance is like when he gets a starting gig somewhere, when he gets a chance to start. By the time he has like 4 or 5 consecutive starts in a row, we'll see the real thing. Hopefully by then, and hopefully then it's a major step up. But I'm not saying I'm not a believer anymore. We've already seen it in Purdy. We've already seen a better floor in Darnold. So yeah, that's where I am.
All right. Here's the deal. Everybody head over to PlayBack right now. Playback.tv/triplecross. We are going to do a $25 gift card giveaway there. Do it now because we're going to end the YouTube stream right after this. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, weigh in, review the show, and tell us if we nailed these rankings or if we are awful. Give us your grade on the whole rankings list. Give us the grade on the whole rankings list. Also, leave us a rating. 5 stars is helpful. It feeds our egos, so that's nice for us. We like that. Yeah, our egos like to eat. Our egos are hungry. So please give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you know when we're live. Anytime we're live, we're pretty much giving stuff away. And head over now to playback.tv/triplecross. Playback.tv/triplecross, or hit the link in the description to Playback, and we will see you there. Bye. Let's go.